Now starting over again. So for everyone tuning in, welcome to Second Wake. It is, in fact, the worst Monday ever. I think we've got eye issues, we've got just bad stuff going on, we've got throwing up, we've got headaches, we got migraines, we got two people on a honeymoon having the most wonderful time of their lives, but it's raining and there's also tornado warnings, so who freaking knows. So yeah, but
It's a Monday in 2020.
It's a normal, regular Monday in 2020. There is the prospect of good things ahead, but they're not here yet. So for everyone tuning in, I am, as always, Kareem Zamir. I am the Dungeon Master for Second Wake. These are 4 of our 6 Weavers chosen. As joked about just a second ago, both Orville and JJ are enjoying a honeymoon. I don't know, shifter bards and goblin monks, they can't not resist each other, and they go off together and get elope. Yeah, it's like peanut butter and clams, man. It's right there, you know. It just works and everyone loves it, and it's that special kind of special. So we wish them a very, very happy honeymoon, wherever they are. I don't actually know where they are. They could be, who knows? They could be in like Nova Scotia or somewhere cool, and we'd have no idea. We'll find out. They'll give us all the deets, I'm sure. But in their absence, we put it to like a group decision. Group decided the show must go on, and the 2 of the people that were like the show must go on are having a really terrible Monday. So that's I done love both y'all. Kissy sounds. So for everyone who's tuning in, welcome to episode, hold on, 8? Is it 8? Are we up to 8? So like the number 8 in a certain card game, it's crazy 8s because we're down 2 people and it's just an absolute mess. So we're already dropping frames, but hopefully audio issues aren't terrible. Because in keeping with tradition, when one bad thing is happening, all of the bad things must happen. As always, if we drop enough frames, if we go off the air, if my internet just says, I've had enough and I can't take any more, Maurice, just know the VOD will be uploaded in beautiful 1020 p resolution HD garbage malarkey on YouTube. You can find a link to our YouTube in the doobly-doo, as well, as we're on that point. We have our About Us kind of, sort of, not really thing, mostly just a place where I can just credit artists that, either I commission or just draw stuff for the stream. I know a certain lovable fat cat of a familiar got artwork last week, which was just impromptu and very freaking cute and adorable and beautiful. And shout out to the Doomington. Is it Tin or Ton? Is it T-O-N? It's T-O-N, right? Yeah. So Doomington. I don't know. I feel like if I say Victor Von Doom's name wrong, then I get shot. So I'm just trying to. It's 2020. Gunshots are everywhere. We're avoiding a civil war at most part. So let's just hope for that. But for everyone tuning in, we certainly do hope, or rather, hope you enjoy what we're putting on, or hope that we distract you from what's outside. We're trying to distract ourselves a little bit from all the crap going on in our lives. So, let's give and take. I think that's it for. I don't have any crazy announcements. Does anyone else have crazy stuff, things, or otherwise they want to declare, announce, or say?
I feel like doo-doo.
That's good, because you feel like it. I look like it. Your eyes
All my
swollen?
announcements are about toys. Hasbro finally gave me what I wanted.
Is it like She-Ra?
Black Series 6-inch Asajj Ventress.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're a nerd, no, I'm kidding. I can't even call them
Gigantic.
Nerds. Yeah, I run a D&D channel. I can't.
We don't like nerds around here, though.
Yeah, I can do a push-up, at least one. So, not a nerd anymore. Now I'm a jock.
Nerds. Let's talk about football and sports and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even say.
Ball.
Can't even say sports anymore. Half of the guys for the Yankees were crying up a storm because they didn't get PlayStation 5 sent to them. I'm sorry you didn't get comped PS5, you whiny little bastards. Any hoozle. We'll go from there. because now I'm going to start doing that because I did the edit for episode 7, and every time I clapped, I was like, that's where I got to cut. That's perfect. Yeah, that's why they use the thing. They use the thing in Hollywood. I get it now.
Oh, we have to get you one.
Yeah, I'll have to get one of those, like, and cut here. Okay. Future me, edit here. So yeah. Again, thank you guys for tuning in as people continue to roll in. Second week, episode 8. Where we last left off. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. The crew left from Direwood, sailed north due to their utilization request, takeover, bribing, I don't know how you want to call it, of
all of the above.
Yeah, of their local ferryman Trenton Quass. They headed further north, came upon a pair of hunters who had befallen some ill fortunes. After rescuing them from the shoreline and their broken canoe, they safely deposit them nearest into Grim Village on the bank. Which I think, yeah, my arrow's right here. Yeah, it does work. The journey was long, perilous, and our warlock, Bucky, very much determined that ahead would be a slight drizzle of rain, a bit of wind, and a none too comfortable evening within Grim Village. Upon return to the village, the group met with local authorities, discussed a number of happenings and goings-ons, and said, God damn it, Weavers be damned, we're saving this village. They marched into the warden's office, demanded that as Weavers chosen, they be allowed to help the poor people of Grim Village, and were granted just that. The people who normally get paid to handle crazy relics and monsters, solving village problems. That's great. To that end, having gained approval, they made for the inn, the local inn, acquired some rooms, and set off. They said, you know what? Time to go. Let's get some rooms situated. We have an evening ahead of us. They've been informed that over the last pair of nights or so, some shadowy creatures have assaulted the village and have kept the guards on high alert as it dips into the evening. And at the same time, they're also dealing with a serial arsonist. So all kinds of manner of bad things are happening to Grim Village. Clearly someone broke a mirror, and that's what this is all about. One mirror was broken, 7 years bad luck. I just have to believe that's the truth. We rejoin our 4 Weavers chosen back within the local inn of Grim Village. We find Orville and JJ making a statement that they will stay and defend the inn. So in the event that the activities for the evening turn south, the 4 Weavers chosen of Bucky, Colt, Morgan, and Velithil will be able to at least retreat back to the inn as a safe place. I believe JJ hands off her recently purchased Wand of Cure Wounds. And to who is taking the wand? Anyone who can cast spells, so one of the 3 of you can do it. Colt can take it, but it only does 1 piercing damage if you poke somebody in the eye with it. It's not.
And
not
you roll a
most
d20
effective.
to see if it breaks every time.
Yeah, you have to on a 19 through 1 it breaks, but on a 20 it deals 2 points of piercing.
I'll take it because I feel like the other 2 options are much higher DPS.
What? The warlock and the rogue higher DPS than a level 3 wizard?
Listen,
Crazy.
someday I'll be useful. You have to raise your wizard, okay?
It's like every wizard is the be careful who you're mean to in high school character. That's the I'm only shooting like 2 magic missiles a day right now, but in the future, infinite cosmic power. You all currently find yourselves within the inn. Sam, the barkeeper, innkeeper, has granted you all a series of keys for the second floor, so that you have rooms for the evening. With that, you, of course, are more than welcome to opening a tab, drinking, etc. But I believe you all, at the end of last episode, had quite a bit that was on your noggin, and things you were excited to get taken care of before your venture to the far north in service to Mr. Lamont and his mysterious benefactors. That is where you guys are currently at. I'm trying to stop the what would you like to do thing, but Matt Colville be damned. I'm not as good as that guy. I'm definitely no Mercer. So what do you guys want to do? Yeah, I'm a hack. Whatever.
So what time of day is it now?
It's petering into mid to late evening, so you're probably looking at like 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's probably about an hour or two before nightfall.
Right, well, I have a few suggestions depending on how we want to handle things. We have a lot we want to look into, and we have to decide how we want to do it. We can presume tonight that the Shades will attack the city, and it presents us an option to show our favor. We could assist the guards in fighting them off, and then take our usual rest when that's resolved, head out hopefully before the afternoon, and try and go find the source, or then investigate the fires. I don't know which one everyone would view as the more pressing matter.
Well,
Seems like the source of those shadow creatures would probably be good to know, considering we're going to be traveling north with their targets.
I completely agree. They always headed. The shadows always headed back in the same direction, so
Yeah, I suppose I agree. I don't feel too good. That's cold.
what's wrong, Colt?
My stomach hurts.
Unbeknownst to much of the party, Colt, in his rambunctious nature, accidentally swallowed some tobacco, and it's just burning a hole in the center of his stomach.
So
It's
yeah,
just a curse on your household over there. Everyone's got stomach issues.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a wondrous thing. It'd be even worse if our 1.5 bath was just 1 bath. Oh, wait. Yes, this is real life. Frick.
So yeah, I think we should go chase the shadow monsters. That sounds good to me.
Do we want to rush out straight into that at the night, meet them head on before they reach the city, or do we want to avoid them altogether and go in the morning, leave the guards to handle this, or do we want to help the guards tonight? There's so many options, isn't that delightful?
I mean, we can always we could always find out from which direction they're typically coming from, and then stand watch near there. Maybe we don't stay in the inn. Maybe we camp out in front of the town. It's a potential option. I don't know. Whatever you guys are feeling.
We could perhaps build some defenses to help with our eventual fight.
What are you proposing? We would have a very limited time before tonight.
Well, I could use mold earth, make some embankments to give us a little bit of a height advantage.
Bucky, I know
Something
you
along
went
those
there,
lines.
but I do have permit for us to investigate and insist on these things. I don't have permit for us to do any ground construction.
Well, we could always undo it.
I'm just saying I'm not taking the bullet for that one. Or the arrow.
I think the most pressing matter right now would be the creatures tonight, since it's almost nighttime. And they
So
said
you
they were
want to-
being worn thin, so it may
So we
be in
should
our best
assist
interest to help.
those. Yes. And then investigate it tomorrow in the daylight?
Hmm.
I agree.
I'm good with that.
All right, so the plan then is to kind of wait for the evening.
I will attune to the wand over
Okay.
the course of an hour.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I think we'll go out to the wall and see where the... Calm down over
I'm
there.
pressing buttons. That's my problem. I was
Calm
like,
down.
I want to fix this. I want to fix this number, and then I go like, oh wait, my number pad is on my hotkeys. What am I doing?
ruining everything. But
That's
yeah,
what
and
we do.
then go and see where the shades usually come from and try and assist the guards there.
Okay. So easily enough, you guys spend the better part of the hour kind of preparing, cleaning up, dusting yourselves off, drinking dubious amounts of milk to calm your stomachs for the few of you who aren't feeling all up to it. Doing the old raw egg and Tabasco trick, because that's how that works. And Vel, you attune to the Wand of Cure Wounds, which details on that is it is a wand. It can cast the Cure Wounds spell, and it has 3 charges. So it can cast it up to 3 times or 1 time. Really, really, really cool. Don't recommend the 1 time.
I went back into the chat and copied it to my personal document, so I have the details saved.
Well, there you go then. Probably know more than I do at that point. I typed it, and I probably don't remember it as well. So, an hour passes. Vel gains her attunement to this wand. The rest of you, more or less take in a either short meal or a drink or prayer, if that's your thing. No one's a cleric, but it's never too late to pick a god. There's like 3 good ones. But past that, an hour passes easily enough, and you guys are ready to leave the inn. Anything you guys want to attempt to do before you leave?
I don't think so. I'm ready to go.
All right. You all head out from the inn, and surprisingly, while the town itself was rather quiet upon your re-entry, it seems as if much of the town has stirred from later into the evening. You can see a number of lights on in both local homes, as well as a number of the shops or craftsmen's that exist throughout the village. You definitely see a number of the guards walking through town bearing heavy set wooden torches, slick with oil. They go about town setting up long hanging lanterns off of chain and beginning to ignite and otherwise illuminate much of the surrounding village, so that there doesn't seem to be any sort of lingering shadow in the village. It's almost as if the village itself is more well illuminated than it would be at high noon. Oh, you sons of... Like 2 sessions in, you guys already did it. Congratulations to everyone who involved our new challenge. I have the next one set, but I'm not making it live yet, so you can save your points, you jerks. Yeah, congratulations. I will add it to my notes that I owe a bunch of people some raises. You jerks. That's fine. Easily enough. Let me do that and switch this. Please hold. Everyone waited. They tricked me. I was like, haha, we're at 50%. No way anything bad. Like, that's not going to happen this session. You guys were all sitting on your points like diabolical Twitch viewers.
They just slowly go up.
Yeah, monster people. Well, congrats to everyone here. The next one will be harder.
So what does give him a raise do?
We get more money.
Yeah, you get more gold for every quest you complete. So, it's effectively in universe. It'll be like, here's your tip from people. Like, you did a good job. Here's your tip. You always have your base pay, but you definitely increase the amount of money you will get from that. The next one is a little bit less direct, but we'll play into that when we play into it.
Real fast, I just want to take my moment. Elon Musk, if you're watching, I want a Tesla. So sponsor our Twitch. Just
Gotcha.
need to be a shill for a moment.
Okay, yeah, of course. I would have aimed for small company. Like they're like a local game store or something.
Aim high. Mom always said aim high.
Aim high. Okay. I'm gonna love it, by the way, if it's never gonna happen. Million years, never gonna happen. But if
you say that now.
If the people who make the little red wagon like watch and they're like, we'll send him one that has the word Tesla on it. I'll be like, that's all I could ever ask for.
Hey, I'm down. It's a Tesla at that point.
It's a little
Maybe we can get like Matchbox, and they can send you like a tiny little Micro Machines one.
I want something that I can drive.
You can drive that. It's like a roller skate.
We'll get okay. So not a Micro Machines, but like a RC one.
Yeah, an RC one. You can drive that.
Also, real fast, Nike. I'll totally wear fucking all Nike. I'll straight up wear Nike if I can get some Jordans.
Episode 8. Colt sells out.
Oh, I will sell out so fast. I don't care. I'll be wearing all kinds of merchandise. There'll be ads all over my screen. I don't care.
You only really need to see what your dice rolls are and like some of your character sheet, so you can fill all that space with the rest of it.
I do love this Pepsi I'm drinking.
Oh, you can't do the Wayne's World one. That's been done to death. Can't do that. We would never sell out and then close a Pizza Hut box. Can't do that. It's classic. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, cool. So, added to my notes, moving forward for any quest you guys complete, you will receive a bonus. And you all head out. You see that the city, or rather the village, is being well lit, illuminated, and you can see that there is a heavy, not so much guard presence, which is a rather curious thing. You more see those who are sworn to the warden go about their business around the village, kind of setting torchlight and otherwise illuminating the village in preparation for the evening ahead. But you're actually seeing more like local hunters egress from the village. Many of them dressed in heavy leathers and cloaks, longbow or crossbow in hand, and just very, very small munitions. A lot of ranged weaponry and not a lot of like swords and axes. You see a few people that have like a woodcutter's axe, but that would probably be the extent of like weaponry that these people are able to brandish. As you begin to head out, you do note that there is the sounds of horses coming from the southern edge of the village. Where do you guys want to go to?
That's likely your friend the warden, if we want to go meet with her before anything happens tonight. We could presume that these creatures would be attacking from the southeast? The shadows always retreat to the east, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we just wanted to head to the wall or a section of the city? Wait, there's a wall, right?
It's not so much a wall as it's like kind of just like a fence. It's not even like higher than about waist high. It's legitimately like a farming fence, just to kind of have a semblance of this.
They still were solid enough that they had to walk around that sort of thing before.
Correct.
So what does everyone want to do? Go see the warden or just go set up somewhere?
You can go meet with the warden. Might as well talk to her for a little bit and let her know what we're up to, just so she doesn't get any funny ideas. Because she's gonna.
It's probably a good idea.
All right,
agree.
then.
Right. So heading to the southern edge of town?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Easily enough to do. Let's pull that up. So, as you all head south, it doesn't take long before you reach the southern edge of the village proper. You come into view of a few members of the local militia, it would be, that are in service to the warden, and you do find the warden herself strode upon her horse. You see her and her second in command kind of pointing out and commanding people, go ahead and get everything set up. I want to make sure that these are all taken care of. And you can hear lights being kind of born across the southern edge of the village. You can hear a number of the guards kind of checking various weaponry. You can see that there are crossbows that have been set and propped up against small wooden blocks and parts of the fencing that have already been preloaded and just sat down so they don't have to be immediately reloaded. The warden turns and her yellow eyes kind of look across the group. And you hear, "Oh, so you all are going to be helping this evening. Is that the case? I was made aware of such things."
Yeah, we're gonna be helping. You ain't got. Oh, never mind. I'm not feeling too good, but I'm gonna kill some stuff. So, yeah, we're helping.
Well, with that, she turns and looks in and she goes, "Oh, I'm ever so sorry for you. You're not feeling well? Do you want to go home? Perhaps hug your patrons ever so tenderly, never leave her skirt again? I hadn't realized that the fearsome Colt Honeycutt had become nothing more than a pup after his master left."
You know, you're always so mean to me. And someone once told me, I think it was my grandpa, my grandpappy. He told me that if girls real mean to you, it probably means you got a crush on you. So I'll take it as a compliment. Your secret's safe with me.
Well, at least you're a charmer with words. Never mind you. For the rest of you, and for your little group, Mr. Honeycutt, I'm rather curious if I can count on you for support where the fighting is thickest, or if you would all perhaps prefer to fight unabated and rather unrestricted by those around you. I don't want to put you out if you're not feeling your best.
Well, what do y'all think? What do y'all want to do? I don't care.
I guess put us where you need us.
Well, that's just it. I'm not quite sure exactly where I do need you. You all are recent additions, and if Weaver's Chosens and rumors are meant to be believed, then truly we are unneeded in this respect. You all spoke and said that you had encountered these creatures on the road, in an undefensible position, ambushed in the dead of night, and yet you still overcame them. I can only assume, then, that with your fighting strength and your ability for this type of work, that truly, wherever I put you, will need no further support. If at all possible, the eastern end would be where I would want to put you.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you do. We may not need support, but then again, we've only encountered these things twice, and they grew in strength the second time that we faced them. And they grew in strength at night, so we don't know what we're up against at this point. They might be growing in numbers as they come wave by wave. I mean, they might be stronger this time, and I mean, it would be nice to have some support, but again, I guess it's only if we need it. I don't know. Whatever you think.
Well, that was a rather long way to say a lot of nothing there, Colt. But I do appreciate your flair for the grammatics. Easily to say, we would be not far from where the fighting is. They come primarily from the southern edge, and especially in the southeastern areas. They seem to pile in over the various plains and darkness that enraptures the surrounding areas, but light seems to draw them back, hence the illumination here in the village. If you all are overcome, or perhaps unable to stand your ground and defend the village, if you have a way to send up a signal, I could see, provided we can spare it, sending some reinforcements your way.
You could always light a fire.
Well, I know you're ever so good at that, aren't you?
It was a joke. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Well, get your jokes in now, Colt.
All right. Yeah, we'll find a way to send a signal if that's God, I cannot think straight. We'll find a way to send a signal if we do need reinforcements.
We have a way.
Well, if you have your way, then easily enough. I will leave you to it. On the eastern edge, if you follow the fencing here all the way down, you'll find a small merchant's path. It's no wider than about a cart and a half in the break of the fence. We've already set up a number of torches and light sources, so you shouldn't have any issue seeing. But at the very least, I would welcome that you hold that road with all that you're able to. It'll be a long night, and certainly, while it's yet unproven, I do thank you for your willingness to volunteer to help.
Warden, when you came to us with the accusations that you did, it seemed the only thing we could do.
All the same, I want my gratitude stated in this matter.
So it is our hope that we can help you with this matter and in the arson one as well. So we shall see the night go well, and then tomorrow solve more problems.
We can only hope.
Indeed.
Well, if there's nothing else, then I will leave you to it. We've chosen Grim Village is hopeful that you will be able to further preserve our way of life this evening. Please, if you must retreat, do so by taking out as many of these foul creatures as you can on your way back.
Thank you, Warden.
With that, she kind of turns from you guys. And that's kind of where we're at. If you guys take the pathway back, kind of where the warden was pointing to, you find exactly what she was kind of describing. You see a long, well-worn path that leads out of the eastern exits, and it is a small path, but definitely is a break in the type of kind of barricading. There are 4 large tiki torch kind of like plunged in the earth that have already been illuminated, lit, and are kind of radiating this bright firelight. They're spaced out about 20 feet from each other, but they provide enough visual sight of the gate itself, as well as kind of a bit of the surrounding area out to an extent. For those of you with dark vision, it's kind of a bit of a strain having to switch between the 2 types of vision, but for those of you without, it's so I think Bucky's the only one that doesn't have dark vision. So Bucky, it's
accurate.
It's nice, man. Can't complain about that.
Bucky, you have torches on you, correct?
Yeah, I do have torch. I can go ahead and light that.
Orville took note in the encampment that they had attacked. They had taken out the lanterns there. So I would presume we may need backups just in case.
Okay, yep, I'll keep them handy. If we want to pass them out to a couple people, that might be a good idea as well.
I also have some. I don't know why, but
Lots of starter packs come with them.
Yeah, and anybody that has a torch, Bucky can light it with Druidcraft real quick. So
I can also light it with Prestidigitation.
True.
So we've got some distance to actually light emergencies or relight things with magic if we need to, which is good.
I got a tinder box.
just a fight at this point. It's the 4 of you bickering over who can light a torch best. What is the best way to light a torch?
listen, we're just all trying to be helpful, okay?
What is best torch in life?
What is best? Yeah. The burning of the embers, the lighting of the fuel, the lamentation of darkness. That's what's best in light. Oh my goodness. Where? Please hold on this. TM refreshes. So, is there anything other than lighting torches? Who all's carrying torches in this instance?
Bucky.
Just Bucky.
I think Morgan has one as well.
Okay. So Bucky
I'll
and
probably
Morgan.
need both of my hands for
I don't really need one.
spellcasting and/or going
but-
with the wand, so I can't really switch around too. But I'll stick near a tiki torch so I can put it back on if I need to.
Sure. Easily enough. Morgan?
I don't need one, so I
Mhm.
probably won't have one. But can you tell me the layout of where we're at? Is there any
Yeah.
like?
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure I get all the things preloaded. This is the one thing that I was like, oh yeah, this will be fine. And then I checked it. I'm like, this is not fine. I have 2 characters here that are on a honeymoon. Hold on a second.
Oh my god, I gotta pull up Chunkini's thing.
Poor Chunkini. The mighty, mighty Chunkini.
The familiars get their own initiative, right?
Just pulling up his abilities.
His most powerful abilities.
What's your familiar's name, Vel?
Aja. AJA.
Doomington in the chat was like, look in the distance. It looks like a flying snake pushing some sort of massive furry ball.
Yeah, that's how we'll be remembered. If we send them to go inform everyone.
Oh, don't send the cat to inform people of that. They'll arrive like 2 days later, out of breath and sad. That's really, really, really annoying. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to use a map I didn't want to use, but that's fine. There we go. And let's do this and that. This and that.
I really do love this Nike jacket that I'm wearing.
Oh my
It keeps me so
freaking
warm
God.
during the winter.
My freaking God.
I really do love this Has-Been Hotel cherry bomb shirt that I'm wearing. See, I'll
Episode
aim
8,
for a company that might notice.
the shill. The
I'm
shilling.
aiming way high.
The
I'm aiming
shilling.
way high. I do love this Don Perignon that I
Oh,
just happen to be sipping on.
my God. Thing,
Mm.
all this is getting
Delicious.
cut. I'm cutting all this on the
I did
VOD.
give Hasbro a shout out for giving me what I wanted earlier too.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
But I'll shill for any toy company.
I mean, I would.
I don't have any sponsors. I just have a cookie.
Well, who makes the cookie? That's your first mistake.
Fizz drinks.
Fizz drinks?
Hmm.
Are they delightful? Yeah? No? Maybe?
They are delightful. But I
There
don't
you
think
go.
they'll sponsor us.
Womp womp. Maybe next time fizz drinks.
Too many curse words, you know?
Yeah, that's probably fair, actually.
Doesn't align with their beliefs.
Their belief structure is just like, nah. There's that. There's that. There's this. And let's bring it back. Oop.
What time is
And-
it? Better check my Rolex. Thank goodness I have that on my wrist to know what time it is.
I'm gonna
I'd
choke on
say
this
we should
cookie.
leave Colt to be killed by the shadows, but that won't actually stop him from his next character being even more of a shill.
No, he won't. He won't get killed. He'll just tell them a story, and they'll be like, "Oh heck yeah, we're friends now."
If I get killed for that reason, I'm just making a Hollywood producer, 1920s Hollywood producer. All right, kid, you got the stuff. Listen
Mastermind Rogue.
Mastermind Rogue.
Listen here, kid.
You, me, and the world, bud. All right.
You got moxie. I like it.
I like your moxie, kid. All right. So, yes, even though I described the wall as being no bigger than about waist high, digital pre-made maps are what they are, and the one I had loaded is, I don't know. It said no, you're not moving tokens on this thing. So, the joy of live. That's how it is. So the four of you are outside of this gate. It is now apparently a fortress of a village. You're welcome. There you go. The small break in the fence will be exactly right here where this is. Whoop-doo. Let's do this, and let's do paint. We're gonna make ourselves not great painters, and we're gonna do like lines through here. There we go. Look at those. This great art I'm doing right here. Fantastic art. This doesn't exist. This closed thing, not real. There we go. That's right. Those are called X's.
Beautiful.
I think that's the technical term. They're called X's. You all find yourselves outside of the area of the gate. You wonder if I have. Boom. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just do one there, one there, one there, one there. Let's move this one over. And spread them out. So, a bit. There we go. So these four A's are going to represent the torches that exist out that are currently illuminating the area, and that's where that's at. Anything that is the map as it is. Anything you guys want to do? I'm a failure. I didn't put the new art for the cat in here. Oh, that's on me. I think I probably have a cat in here.
I'll have to get a snake done too.
But it's not thick enough. I can make it huge, but that won't work. There we go.
You have the art you need. This can all be fixed later.
It can be fixed later. You can do that. Here's a snake. There's a snake on the ground. I'm just gonna that way we never get monetized. I'll just steal images from Pokemon. And then
circle disappeared.
Yeah, the circle only appears because they're actually just ping images that then register as assets.
They're not like the same tokens that we are. Okay.
No, you guys are character tokens, which is a whole nother thing. What's the David Pumpkins? It's my own thing,
and we're a part of it.
Yes, I have many questions.
Yes, I have many questions. How many floors out of 99 floors is David Pumpkins? Like 47. Why did you go all in on David Pumpkins? Universal. So, anything you guys want to do as the sun is beginning to dip over the horizon?
Is that like a little elevated perch over there?
Which one?
Like on either side?
Previously, that didn't exist, but now it does. So, hell yeah. It's like we'll say 10 foot tall. You want to be up there?
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Same.
Yep. By the magic of DM, it now exists.
Colt, if you want to move somewhere kind of front and center, and I'll take up a position behind, kind of, so I can be able to get to anyone who needs a casting from this.
All right.
Move me, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and then snake. Oh, no, I just want the cat. I want the whole screen. There we go. And cat. Easily enough. So yeah, is that where you guys want to be?
Yep.
Guess number so.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so.
I can't see that area, but yeah.
You can't see it. Oh, hold on. No, this way, and up, and this way, and up. So how would I... Well, I guess I could do that. That'd probably save me a lot of time. So let's leave this here. And then let's move. This is peak D&D, y'all. There you go. I'm a little upset I can't find a program that will let me spend 10 to 20 minutes drawing it out with expo markers. That way you guys get the real experience for anyone tuning into the stream. You get that. I need to find a way to like send a smellogram where like you can smell the marker, you know? That way we get that good feeling. Because ain't nobody got time for dungeon tiles. That stuff's expensive. That is where you guys are at. You guys watch as time ticks away. Shadows begin to grow closer as the sun dips over the horizon. You can see these long shadows begin to kind of form as night prepares to arrive. No sooner do you see the sun kind of slipping into cold-looking, kind of like clouded embers, in a sense, over the horizon, do you begin to see out on the tree line from this eastern trade road a number of kind of dotted eyes, these soft glowing orbs of illumination in matching sets dot the lining for the forest itself. You can see the coverage and things of that sort, that as the shadows grow deeper and stronger, you can see these creatures slowly beginning to take shape in the forms of these very gaunt, very withered and thin looking creatures, many of which kind of bear a resemblance to the creatures that assaulted you on the road, although they seem smaller. They seem almost more youthful in a sense. They seem as if they are not the full-sized monsters that you battled some many nights ago, but instead they are almost fragments of their former selves at an initial glance as they begin to peek through the tree line. In doing so, you hear a hissing sound and a point. You can hear this kind of dull, listless roar come over from the side of the village. And as the sun finally sets, it is as if someone has begun, or rather set something in motion. I need everyone to roll initiative.
I didn't want to interrupt all the...
Go for it.
But mage armor as the sun's going down.
Super magic. You do it. I honestly just assume if you're a wizard, mage armor's up. Because I feel like
it's for me though, it's not like a warlock free thing though. It's a spell slot, so I feel it's important that I say when I'm doing it.
Makes sense. Easy to do. You clearly have 6 seconds. Let's see if I can do this and do that. Awesome. I have the best initiatives ever. Who has a 15 or higher?
Sorry, I didn't roll yet. Aja has a 24.
Oh my god. Does anyone have
I got
higher than 24?
I got a natural 20 on my flying snake.
Okay. Well, the flying snake probably going to go first.
And I got a 17.
Okay. So everyone's above 15 or higher, so I hate all 3 of you, or all 4 of you. Anyone at a 20 or higher? Other than the snake? Okay, so there we go. Colt and Bucky, what did you guys get?
20.
Bucky?
I also got 20.
Oh god. Okay.
I rolled a nat 20, so I got a 22.
Your mother. Yeah, I'm gonna put hidden cameras in all your houses. That's fine.
Chunkini got a 10, by the way.
Chunkini is thankfully not faster than most of these monsters. Okay, I would have my inner view of this creature. I'd been upset. So it's Aja, Bucky, Colt, Morgan, and then 17 for Vel.
Morgan would go first, right? Because me and her got 20, so she got. She has higher dexterity.
I thought you had a 21.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay, so Bucky, Morgan, Colt, Vel, Chunky, and then let's fix that. All right. So You begin to see things start flittering out and moving closer. Woohoo! I hid them on the grid. It was real nice when I had it preset, but you know, it is what it is. We did it, America. I just want the token. Fantasy Grounds, why? Why do you do this to me, Fantasy Grounds? I wonder if I can just do. Oh, it's on the angle now. Why? I'm gonna kill this program. If you or someone you love is marginally attacked by Fantasy Grounds, please seek guidance. There we go. And let's move that so everyone can see. That's the other way. And up and down. And turn it all around. There we go. Even better. Better, worse. Worse, better. Works for me. If you guys can see it, that's all that matters to me. Aja has the initiative. You see 5 of these creatures, withered, kind of goblinoid-looking creatures in ratty-looking torn cloth, begin to reach out through the darkness. With each step, they grow more emboldened, more ferocious, and seem to be set in motion almost all at once. The small stirring that begins with but a rustle becomes like a cavalcade of horses kind of rushing across this open field towards the village. Within seconds, they are set upon you and are crossing the first boundary of torches. What does Aja the Flying Snake want to do?
She will fly straight out to the one in the center. And then take the help action, and then fly back to her previous position.
Okay, I think you have to stay within 5 foot to help. That's the issue.
I don't think that's true.
Bam. Let's find out together.
Does it have flyby?
Yeah.
So it's not taking the free strike no matter what. Where is it?
It's just when you do the help action, the creature has to be within 5 feet of you.
Let's see here. Alternatively, you can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 foot of you. That's where it's at. You feint, distract the target, or in some way team up to make your ally's attack more effective. If your ally attacks the target before your next turn, the first attack roll made is with advantage. Yeah. So the thing of it is that when you take the help action, the creature you aid gains the benefit on the next ability check it makes before that, provided it makes the check before the start of your next turn. So, yeah, you can aid in the attacking your creature if it's within 5 feet of you, but you can't like tap it and run.
So, if you want to click on the sage advice that's been posted in chat, it will tell you that I am correct.
Okay, then screw it. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Go for it. You do it and you fly.
It's just you have to take the action while you're within 5 feet, but you can still move away after taking the action.
That's dumb.
Unless you want to rule it differently. I mean, it's your game. I'm not going to argue with the DM. But...
That's fine. I've always ruled that you have to stay there, but I mean that just results in more dead familiars, which is great, but that's fine. So you fly over. The snake hisses and whistles at which one?
The center one.
The center one. So that one is marked. I'm going to rotate it. There we go. Bam. All right. So does it have to? You can aid a friendly creature and attacking creature. Okay. And you don't have to designate. That's really dumb too.
You have to designate the creature, but it has until that creature that did the help actions next turn. The first attack will have advantage.
Okay, cool. I have clearly been running that wrong. I always thought you had to stay within 5 feet and that you had to designate which ally was getting the benefit, but that is fine.
Most creatures, they would, because otherwise opportunity attacks. It's what makes flyby so good.
I guess so. Okay, cool. So she flies up, gives advantage there. Bucky, your go. What would you like to do?
All right. I will put my hex on the middle one. I'm going to hex its wisdom, and I will drop an Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay, go for it. You fire off a shot, crackling energy.
That'll be an advantage?
Yep. Yeah, because you have the help action. Yeah, so your attack rolls maybe that. Yeah. Easy enough to do.
All right, 22 to hit.
Yes, you in fact hit. You hit with the fury of the cosmos.
and 17 damage.
Okay. I'll just don't mind me. Doesn't exist anymore. You see a bolt of energy erupt out of Bucky's hands, cascading down and crashing into this creature that is kind of swatting up in the air where a flying snake previously was. It strikes it dead in the chest, and like everyone's favorite villain from Power Rangers, it explodes because clearly the putties were the favorite. They're the most of them. That's what makes them the best. It evaporates and falls like a heavy kind of weight where it once stood. A hole in its chest slowly changes its corporeal form into that of this black, hanging, sort of shadowy mist that then falls to the ground with weight, and you see it slither away into nearby bushes. You actually see it. Let me see here if I can. I'm going to move it here. You see, so I'll move its token here, and you see it slide over and evaporate into this bush over here.
All right. I'm gonna communicate that. I'll yell it out that it went into the bushes over there.
It went into the bushes. All right. Anything else for your turn, Bucky? That was your bonus,
Yep.
your action, movement. Yes, no.
No movement. That's it.
Okay. Cool. And Morgan.
All right.
It's a tough act to follow. One shot, one kill. It's a tough one.
I'm gonna aim at the one, I guess, closest to me.
Okay. Boom. Go for it.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. They left their +4 plate mail at home.
Just gonna be a measly 6 damage.
16 damage, is that what you said? Or 6?
6.
Okay,
Yeah.
Easily enough. You strike the creature, your arrow goes through it, you see its shadow fall, hang to the ground, head into the bush. Anything else for your turn, Morgan?
No, that's it.
Okay. Colt, your go.
Alright. So I'm going to run up to the two that are there on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Together. Right in front of the one that's leftmost. Yeah.
Okay.
And the one in front of me, I will dual hand swing my sword at him.
All right, two-handed sword. Let's go.
What is that? Oh, why did I roll the regular dice that way? Okay. So it's gonna be actually a 20. Yeah.
A 20. Okay, yeah. You very easily hit this creature.
All right. That is 11 damage.
11 damage. The sword cleaves it in half. It hangs there, split in the air, almost like wisps of smoke being kind of cleaved in twine. It fades, drops to the ground, and you see this skittering mass of shadow slither into the bush to your far right.
I never know when to do this. I don't know if this is the right time to do this, but whatever. I'll action surge and swing at the other one.
Okay, you dig down deep, you find a bit more energy in your step, and you lean into it. A second heavy swing, go ahead and roll to hit.
18.
18. Easily done, like a practice soldier. It's almost like you play one on TV. Your sword collides through the center mass of this creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 damage.
5 damage. The creature is horribly pierced. You see your sword dip through it, carve into it, and tear freely from it, and it falls into fragments of shadow that then slump onto the ground and seemingly almost crawl their way into the bush to your far right.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna have to excuse myself. I gotta use the restroom.
Sure, not a problem. Take your time. Vel, your go. You see Colt walk up, cleave two of them in twine, and continue on about his day.
Right, well, if we're going to send them all into the bushes, let's try and do that. And I'll send a chill touch
Okay.
at the last one there.
Okay, you go right ahead.
And I will be the one who sucks. I rolled a 2.
All right. You
So that's a
fire off.
7.
You fire off a what is it? It's like a skeletal hand that fires from Chill Touch, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I might retheme it into something else once I read the new book.
Oh, fair.
We can call it a skeletal hand for now.
A nondescript black beam of energy. what's the current thing? A non-zero number of black energy fires off in a direction, and you see it kind of pass over the creature's head. Creature number uno is gonna heft its way down to Colt, and will make an attack on him. And we'll do all the rolling stuff when he returns. But for Chunkini, what does Chunkini want to do?
I guess he'll move a whole 10 feet to kind of get down there.
Okay. So he'll hop
Just
down.
gonna meander down, yeah.
All right. So you watch as your very heavy-set cat groans, and you hear this as you're like, "Come on, go out and go do stuff."
Nudge him
You
with my
kinda-
foot.
Yeah, you like it's like 4 heavy like little paws forward, and gets to the edge of this little kind of hunting post, and kind of just rolls off the side of the post and lands with a thud. There's a dent in the road where he lands, the impact zone. It extends out about a quarter of an inch on all sides from this very heavy set cannonball of a cat, and then it runs out of movement as it hits 10 feet. So it's on the ground where it's at on the map.
Listen, I'm just putting him there to prime him up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You're priming the cat. Is there anything else that they're going to do with their turn?
There's literally 0 things he can do, so he's gonna hang out.
All right. Gotcha.
He's just gonna bathe himself while he sits there.
It's the thing to do. I want to roll to hit. Actually, let's just see if it's going to matter. We'll roll it now. It will matter. We will probably connect with Colt, and that'll be easy to do.
We could just take 5 since he's got stomach issues. We don't know how long he's gonna be.
That's probably fair.
I want to go grab some socks.
All right, fair enough then. We'll take a quick 5-minute break. Sorry for folks who are watching and stuff, but that's life, man. That's what it is. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes, and we'll be good to go from there. All right, see you in a second. Bye. who are muted. Terrible, horrible mutedness. Here's what you missed. We'll catch you here. Welcome back. Thank you for horrible things that I'm just, when it rains, it pours. Things we missed because mics are muted. Great. We'll run through it real quick. Frames are dropping really hard because internet is super good. So as always, if the stream is bad, please just, either if you want to stick with us, we appreciate you. If it's too much to bear, again, a copy of this will be up on YouTube with some edits, including that whole section where I explained this exact thing and you couldn't hear me. We'll have all that fixed. Yeah, cool. During the return, the first creature hit Colt for 5 points of damage, and after a failed saving throw, has granted him the poisoned condition. After that, at the end of the round, the bush shook, and Aja rolled a d4, resulting in a result of 3, and 3 more of these creatures have spawned. And now, you know what they know, and I know I know more than that. So, anyway, back to where we were at. We had Aja fly up and give the help action to another creature, and Bucky has moved his hex, and that's where we're at. I think we're good now, right? We catch up? I think I got it all. Taking it in one? We got it in one. Sorry about that, folks. It's like, I love that it's 7 episodes of like pretty great quality, and then episode 8. This is the shittiest one. That's what we're gonna do. It's all the technical issues.
I blame Morville and JJ.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna blame them because they're not here and they can't defend themselves. So we blame the hell out of them. It's all their fault. None of these technical issues would have happened, and unmuting the mics wouldn't have happened, and Holt's stomach issues wouldn't have happened, and my stomach issues wouldn't have happened, and itchy eyes and sad stuff. It's all their fault. How dare they have happiness? Curse them. Bucky, you moved your curse over. What do you want to do?
And I will Eldritch Blast that one.
Okay, the one that you have advantage on from the help action?
Yes.
Go right ahead. I bet you can't hit.
$21 to hit.
Well, okay. I lost that bet. Go right ahead.
And 11 damage.
11 damage, you say. This creature...
This is what I'm here for. I'm useless in every other capacity.
I'm here to cast a level 1 ritual for 10 gold to give advantage to people. I'm here to make something better than True Strike. There we go. Which isn't hard. Easily enough. Another kind of natural-born Fey-tinged bolt of green energy erupts out of Bucky's palm, firing off in a very anime-esque style, a bolt of energy that then crashes into this creature. You see it, again, its form kind of shudders and shakes as the energy passes through it. It drops down, it heads into the bush. Morgan, your go.
All right. I'm stressed out about that bush.
Don't worry about the bush, okay? No bush has ever been relevant outside of the Bible, okay? Just saying.
All right, I guess I'll just aim for the one.
There's a joke there.
There's Georges.
I don't want to make it.
The Georges are relevant, okay?
There's
arguably.
a joke I want to make, but I have to keep it PG-13.
Hold on.
Since when? This is an adult stream.
No, it's mature rated.
This is a mature rated stream, provided you don't show porn.
Not gonna say it.
All right.
Not in this good Christian stream.
We've got not in this good Christian stream where all of our art is done by 18+ artists. I'm just throwing it out there.
But to be fair, I went to his Twitter and
I warned everybody.
Did not even realize. Just
the man is a master of his craft. Okay. Or woman. I don't know, man. Again, if you have a hand-drawn profile picture, God bless you for being so goddamn talented, but I'm Southern. I don't know, man. Like, I try really hard to be right, and I just can't do it. Whatever you got. Whatever you call yourself. So, Morgan, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna aim at that one in front of Colt.
All right. You will have sneak attack if you hit. Snick and a snack. Because you definitely need the damage right now.
That's a 21.
A 21 definitely hits. And then a bunch of dice get rolled. And we find out, is the result higher than 5?
It's 9.
Oh, well, that is higher than 5. So you see it flitter out of existence as an arrow sinks through it, and it vanishes, and you see the bush kind of shake ever so slightly, as if a breeze passes into it, or by it. Colt, your go.
Right. So... Oh, crap. Okay. I'll move over to the one next to the torch on the left side.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and use my fighting spirit as a bonus action, so it gives me advantage, but poison gives me disadvantage, so that cancels out, right?
Yep, yeah.
Okay. And I gain 5 hit points, temporary hit points. And then I will swing on that one.
Swing-a-ling-a-ding-dong, go right ahead.
$16.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's going to be 8 damage.
8 damage. Your sword cleaves its head from its shoulders, and it falls away like crepe paper. What's it? The creepy paper. It's creepy paper, Guillermo. Falls apart. At the end of your turn, you again hear these kind of very faint, almost whispering sounds within your mind that seems to kind of cause a sickness within you. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. You continue to be poisoned, and you suffer a little bit of mind rot. You take... What? Can we not roll it? Oh, it's a 2. Okay. You take 2 points of psychic damage. You continue to hear this whispering, and slowly it's as if someone is with their creepy... Off-screen, in another dimension, there's a creepy thing just turning a volume dial a little bit up on Colt. Just like, you can see its uncut black fingernails in this 4th dimension that we're breaking right now. So, there's that. Is that your turn, Colt? Anything else you want to do?
Yep.
Okay, that's your turn.
It's my turn.
Vel, your go. Vel.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how to deal with the bush.
The bush. Well, I recommend Gillette. But that's... What, you guys can do sponsorships and I can't do sponsorships? Okay, fine, whatever.
Dr. Disrespect's got the Gillette all down.
Does he really? Good for him, man.
Yeah, Gillette, the best a man can get.
Oh my god.
He does that. I don't know if he's still on Twitch or not.
Okay.
I don't know. Him and Alex Jones are like, they're just problem people.
I'm going to walk up to this nearest torch.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me select you. Click. Bop, 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 bop.
I'm going to pull it out of the ground and throw it into that bush.
All right. Your choice, dexterity or athletics check.
Seven.
7. You go ahead and roll a d8, please. You hit, which is the cool thing.
3.
3. You see the torch hurl forward, ass over tea kettle. It kind of flips around a few times in the air. You're not quite sure how it does. It lands at the very edge of the bush and kind of topples the ground, and it rolls before finally like tapping onto some of the leaves and shrubbery of the bush. You do hear a sizzling, kind of crackling sound as the kind of remnants of frost and water that has logged the land for the last a bit of the evening now, or most of the day, kind of hisses and doesn't like engulf the bush itself, but there's definitely a light within it. Are you trained in perception? Actually, between you and Morgan, you're both on that side. Are either of you trained in perception?
It comes with my race.
Well, be that way. Morgan, you too, I'm sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What you see is as the light kind of fades through, while the bush doesn't like catch fire or erupt just because it's so waterlogged after a full day of like spritzel rain and just the oncoming cold and snow that is slowly beginning to trickle into the village. You do, however, see this kind of illuminated form, almost like a flashlight put up behind a movie screen. You can see this kind of like withering mass, this kind of fetid looking thing that is slowly seeming to clump together. And at this point, you can see these kind of outstretched, long, kind of pale and sickening looking limbs that are erupting and slowly forming out of this wiggling mass. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm so shocked. I'd just like to step
Not
back.
the bush.
Not 100% where I was, but like right in front of the middle X. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
And I think that's me.
All right. So it's the awkward moment when your DM is like, yeah, I'm a Combiners fan. It's like, really? I couldn't tell. So.
There's nothing wrong with a good gestalt.
You ain't wrong. So 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So Vel, by virtue of being closer, it heads down to you. It looks at you, and you hear this kind of like hissing, withering sound. It outreaches its hand to strike you. The good old bad touch. It has the mightiesses of 15 to hit.
I don't like damage. I'll cast shield.
Okay. You put up a shield of arcane deflection. You see its hand kind of clatter onto this this force that you have permeated into the air ahead of you. It kind of like twists uneasily, but seems to carry on about its way. End of its turn, Chunkini. What does the mighty fat cat do?
Is he able to move and then do an action, or is that considered an action?
No, he has a move and an action, same as you. He just can't use his action to technically attack. Conventionally attack.
I think I'm going to have him, he's going to move up 1 square. And then he's going to roll out to the left.
Okay. So as you command your fine familiar, you see him lean forward and create a little ball and grab his feet and then slowly rock back and forth and then rock back and forth. Vel, from this distance, you can feel the ground shake slightly as this momentum continues to build and build and build. So what does rollout do?
Pull out a glass of water just so I can see.
Basically, his speed becomes 40, but he can only move in a straight line, and the creature or object he collides with must succeed on a DC 9 strength saving throw, or be knocked prone.
He barrels forward and moves right along. So for the creature, will succeed a strength saving throw as it kind of rolls over and hits his ankle and pinballs off his ankle. However, the Tiki Torch cannot survive a strength saving throw. It fails automatically because it's a torch. And it does get knocked over and clatters onto the ground. It doesn't go out, but it's just laying on the ground. Your cat is on the other side of it, and it kind of dizzily stands around, and you start hearing this kind of like... and its hair starts standing up on end, its tail goes up in the air, and it seems to be trying to work itself through something.
He'll get you next time.
Next time, bad guys, next time. So, at the end of Chunkini's turn is the other thing's turn, which will come out now. Why not? So, the thing in the bush. You see, slowly moving out of the bush, this large-looking creature, which I think I can do a photo of. Yay, gross stuff. Yay, America. Yay. Wait, never mind. We can't say yay to that. Redacted. Boop. There's that. And let's see if we can put it on here. There we go, and there we go. So, Morgan, you watch as the torchlight itself begins to slowly begin to kind of wither and flicker as if wind is pulling itself around the bush. You slowly see. There we go. Boop. Boop. You see the torch snuff as kind of this dark mist begins to enrapture out of the bush. Crawling out on hands and knees is this creature, a pale form and visage of a woman with 6 arms and 2 legs, resembling much in the way of a spider. As she crawls out, retching out of the bush, you can see these pale, kind of grayed skin limbs. Her eyes are bloodshot red, and as her mouth kind of opens up in this howling, you can see this dripping forms of acid kind of dripping out from her long mandibled husked teeth. They seem to be a collection of a bed of small knives. And it heads up, and Vel, you see from your side this creature crawl out of the bush, stick 2 of its hands onto the wooden plank, and slowly begin to pull itself up, and you can hear this kind of like thunt, 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 as these black kind of grayed out claws, these like rotten looking fingers, sink deeply into the sides of this wooden barricade, this kind of like hunter's shooting spot, this shoot house, there we go, hunting term, and kind of retch up the side of it and slowly finds itself adjacent to Morgan. So with that, let me move my stats over here and we'll start this again. So it moves forward to you, Morgan. You see it's kind of like dimming, kind of like shadowy form become solidified in this very scary looking monstrosity of what is a pale imitation of a woman. It hisses at you, and you see its tongue flick up to the roof of its mouth and fleck out these kind of globules of acid. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. I don't want
Don't
it.
succumb to her charms.
Don't succumb to her womanly charms.
So 16?
A 16. Okay. You manage to dodge kind of like slowly out of the way. In doing so, you don't seem to catch it. You're kind of like concerned that it's going to like fling this at you. However, it does catch the kind of front part of your hair, like on the side. And as it kind of cuts through, you can see that it was attempting to spray this type of acid into your face. And you can smell that singed, almost chemical burn if you've ever used like Nair. It kind of has that horrible stench as it clears by just like the front part of like your hair and melts it away almost instantaneously.
Get a nice shave cut.
Yeah, nice little. You're getting there. It's like
nice.
it's kind of like on a weird diagonal right now.
I'm into it.
You'll never have proper bangs. That's what she's cursed you with, improper bangs. You have to shave the whole head to start over again. So she flicks her tongue in this manner, and then you see 2 of her 6 arms kind of rise up behind her and rake down in front of you. So she'll take 2 attacks. First attack, Claw 1 will come across as a hit, and Claw 2 is an 18 on the dice, so that'll also hit as well. So for the first claw, we're going to come through for 7 points of slashing damage.
Fuck yeah.
You feel these black, rotting nails tear into your skin. And for our second claw here, is going to be for 9 points of slashing damage. You feel them kind of retch and rend into you. Both have hit. She is going to Spinneret. She hits both. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
No.
Sorry, man. Oh, wait, I'm not sorry. I put this in the mod. That's great.
An 8.
An 8. You feel both these claws sink into either side of your torso. You can feel their black nails tear at your flesh and rip through parts of your armor, these small kind of cuts. And then you feel her hands kind of become almost weirdly smooth. You can feel them flexate over the sides of it. Bucky, from the opposite side, you can see this creature kind of twists and turn, and with a hiss, you can see this bright white film fire out from her fingertips and from the center palms of her hand, engulfing Morgan in this almost cocoon-like structure from a little under her chest all the way down to the floor. Morgan, you are considered to be restrained as you are now engulfed in her webbing.
It's exciting. It sounds super fun.
I think it is. I think it's super fun. Yeah,
super kinky, you know?
No worries, yeah. It's all fun and games till the spider lady shows up. So that is her turn. Aja, can you roll a d4?
Three.
We are consistent if nothing else. No, I don't want that. I want
It's my
this.
favorite number.
1. 2. And for the sake of fairness, we'll do the exact. Oh no! I'm just gonna destroy the whole stream. This is the stream where everything dies. So we keep the same pattern as last time. There we go. Only reversed. Flipping it. All right. So you see 3 more creatures come out of the brush and slowly begin to make their way forward onto the village proper. Which target are we looking at, Aja?
The big bad.
The big bad. Whoop. Swoops by. You can hear this hissing, kind of cackling, almost, as your snake swoops in, and the danger noodle goes, and she is, one of her 6 arms swats at it, tells it to get off its lawn. Bucky, your go.
I'm gonna move like down to see if I can get a line of sight on the big bad.
Sure. Yeah, you can see the big bad fairly clearly. It has partial cover, as it has a creature restrained within 5 feet of it. But past that, you can see through these kind of glittering strands the bulk of its form. So you can take the shot. Just know it gets a slight cover bonus.
Okay. Yep. So I will move my hex onto that one, and
Okay.
hex. Jeez. I'll hex its wisdom again, just in case we get some sneak attacks.
You hear from deep within your soul, from your gut. You have a gut feeling that if this creature likes to grab people, you might want to hex its strength.
Oh, good call. Good call. Yes, I will do that.
Oh, the joys of Warlock when I can give you advice. All right, so you hex its strength like a very smart Warlock with insight and brilliance beyond your years. And it is hexed.
That was the patron giving advice.
Yeah, the patron advice. You guys have sage advice. Bucky gets patron advice. It's works out. Everyone gets advice. So yeah, you can, as you move the curse onto it, you see the telltale signs of the hex of your patron. These kind of like growing vines and small leaves, almost like a moss, kind of takes over a small portion of the creature, and you can see it's kind of like the spot where it'll resonate best with your magical ability.
All right, and gonna Eldritch Blast.
All right, pew. Then I just start blasting.
And that's the at advantage, right?
Yeah, you have advantage because the danger noodle Aja did that. She is a snake. She does that tongue thing, Mushu. I shouldn't do that on Twitch. People will clip that and that'll be bad.
20 to hit.
Yeah. Even though this veil of webbing and how cool is it? 20 hits. Again, you guys are low level. I didn't think I need to equip everything with plate mail, but apparently you guys would be fine with that. So, no.
Hey, I'm good at missing. I'm doing it.
Thank you.
I didn't roll that at advantage. Let me roll one more just in case I crit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Please roll it.
Okay, 20 stands.
Oh, okay, cool. Damn fine coffee, Colt. Thank you so much. 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do we not want to call out the brand for this coffee? Are we not?
I like to start my evenings the right way with a little Dunkin' in my cup. Because the best part of waking up is Dunkin' in my cup. That way I can get the slogan from one coffee company, and then I get the name recognition from the other. What do we got there, Bucky?
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, you fire off this crackling bolt of eldritch energy. It strikes true into the upper left side shoulders of the top and the middle portion of the shoulders. You see it strike her through this kind of soft curtain of long white strands that connect her to Morgan. And you can see it kind of tear through, and the soft glowing of your hex triggers and illuminates and deals damage. And you can see it kind of hiss back at this force that is set upon it. All right. Anything else for your turn, Bucky?
I'm gonna move back to where I was.
Okay. The old step out and shoot?
Yeah.
Okay. That is Bucky's turn. Morgan, you start your movement. You see it beginning to kind of weave a bit of its hands over your sides. You can feel this kind of cold but tensilely strong kind of string and webbing that is slowly engulfing you from, at this point, again, you're like just up over the abdomen, kind of anchored to the ground here as it attempts to try and wrap you up. You are currently restrained, but you have your turn. You can choose to try and break free while you still have your arms to be able to attempt it, or you can say F that crap, whip out some weapons, and go nuts. You do whatever you'd like.
Can I try to break free with like my short sword?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I cut at it?
You can choose to cut yourself free if you'd like to attempt that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you drop your bow onto the ground. You wrench free from the webbing the upper part of the hilt of your short sword. You easily enough manage to kind of pull it out, pull it free, and then go for kind of a plunging stab to tear away the webbing wrapping around you. Go ahead and make me just an attack roll with your short sword.
It's an 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage with your short sword.
That's a 10.
A 10. That's exactly what you needed. So you cut through the webbing. You plunge it deep into your side. It tears apart like a Christmas present wrapping paper. Just kind of like rips all the way down the seam. And you can step free of it. That was your action to do. You still have your bonus and your move action. So what would you like to do?
Yeah, can I kind of use disengage and use acrobatics to kind of get over that, to get off this thing?
Yeah, easily enough. Where do you want to go?
Let me get over kind of, I'm trying to think of how far I can go. Let's go in front of Bucky, like
here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you bonus action disengage. You kind of flash your short sword near this creature's face. It hisses and recoils back, fearing a strike. And then you hop down. You fall 10 feet. You land with the grace and agility not known to your cat. You land on your feet and you run past Vel. You disengage again, kind of keeping this other smaller creature at bay. And you end your movement in front of Bucky. Is that where you want to be?
Sure, let's hang out there.
Okie dokie. Let's hang out to what we got. I can't sing these songs. I'll get demonetized again. Colt, your go. What would you like to do?
Let me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will move right next to the creature in front of Vel on the right side.
This one?
No, down.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Oh, this is
I don't know if I should.
You don't want to flank, darling.
No, I don't want you to get hit by this thing. I'd rather deal with it myself. All right, I'll go ahead and hit the. I'll do Fighting Spirit, and I'll go ahead and hit that creature.
Like everyone's favorite Sith, you do a Kylo Ren and slam your fist into your side and get that Fighting Spirit going, right? That's everyone's favorite Sith. I want to be popular with the young kids.
19.
19 definitely hits. You strike true like everyone's hero Kylo Ren, and you can go ahead and roll damage.
9 damage.
5 technical difficulties. It's just straight comedy after that.
I think next week we all need to have Kylo Ren merch on.
It's all just like Kylo Ren fan club.
You guys all have the masks.
Yeah. Ben Swallow. That's what we got to get.
I don't think there's anything else I can do right now.
All right.
Yeah, no.
All right. Vel.
Can I,
Go for it.
as a bonus action, put my shield on? Or I don't know if that's an action to use my shield, switch to shield. I don't know what that is.
Use
I don't
item.
know. Yeah, I guess you use item. You're allowed to have an item interaction, right? And it's not like you're not donning or doffing it. It's already technically equipped because you're already equipping the shield. You're just switching from one hand to another. Yeah, F that. I don't. There's probably a rule for it, but I don't care. I'm not a perfectionist. Yeah, you let go of one hand and you pull. If Link from Legend of Zelda can do it, and he's an elf kid, Colt Honeycutt, military genius, can definitely do that.
Military genius. That's
I don't know. I heard he killed like 100 snakes or something. It was just, I mean,
I always like the ruling where you get kind of one free item interaction sort of thing
as part of your movement, right, or something like that.
Yeah,
I like that idea. If I'm gonna allow the rogue to pull a short sword out that's been webbed up, I'm definitely gonna let you. I don't care. That's cool. You whip your shield out.
Right.
Armor up. Vel, your turn. You see Colt slice down this creature in front of you. You can see it evaporate into this kind of hissing shadow. It drops with weight onto the ground, and you see it wiggle a little bit past underneath Colt's boots, and then trails up the side and seems to merge with the Shadow Woman. You see the shadow slurp up like a delicious bowl of spaghettis, and she kind of eats and engulfs this shadow.
This isn't that delightful.
Yes, because Chef Boyardee is always a delight.
Well, let's get the band going since the bard isn't here, and let's toll the dead on her.
On her? Okay.
Yes.
You toll the dead. She fails her saving throw by -700. And nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the DM going cough. I don't want to do the illusion thing where it's like, oh no, it makes the save by what?
Nope,
necrotic
that's
damage
what
does
I
not
do
seem
too.
to do things.
It's the best way to express to the players that ain't gonna work.
It's the blinking light. It's like the on-air recording, like spell
Like, I
ineffective.
have one thing that can affect that spider, so you all should kill it for me.
Go minions!
Specialist in necrotic damage. When things are immune to necrotic, I have magic missile right now.
It's still really good. So yeah, you fire off this claw, and it eats your claw like linguine. There we go.
I'll stay where I am.
Just
I didn't
noodle.
fire a claw. I tried to ring a bell for it.
Oh right, ring a bell, even better. It eats your whole bell. All right, so that is your go. Le bad dudes. Le bad dude number 1. Walk up to. Oh, Colt, make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, jeez.
Even though you might get it right back.
Here we go.
My mic picks up the snapping. That's good.
That's a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're already poisoned. It's getting worse. Round 2 of failing this stuff. Real bad stuff.
Round 3 of failing.
Colt, you're gonna take
Not to make myself
4 points of psychic damage. We're gonna put use to all those temporary hit points you're getting with Fighting Spirit Man.
Or we'll pass on his bad rolls to you.
Yeah. There
You
has
said
to be
4
one.
points?
4 points of psychic damage. There has to be one. Every stream, one player just doesn't have dice. They have a set of angry little plastic things that laugh at them and mock them.
Why am I not? Anyway,
Military genius, Colt Honeycutt.
Joel forgot to use saving face.
Yep.
Woo!
I'm proud of you.
Again.
Proud of you.
Well, there's always next turn.
You look
Except
at
for
your
all the death
hands,
that's coming.
and as a human man, you wonder why your hands are so bloodshot red, and then you go, "Oh my God, honey, I think I might be a hobgoblin." You've come to the realization of this. It might be true.
Am I allowed to just say something out loud, or does that have to be on my turn?
No, you can shout. That's fine.
Morgan, use the lamp.
Use the lamp.
Morgan, don't use the lamp. Do not light our darkest hour. It's not here
Getting
yet.
the lamp. No.
All right, so
Really
the
had that.
creature will swing at you. And since everyone can see my rolls, that is a nat 20. So it'll strike out at Colt for 7 points of piercing damage. You can see its kind of little noodly fingers pierce into your armor through the kind of upper part of your leg and tear at the very fabric that makes you you. You can feel blood kind of, it's not so much it's like ripping your flesh, but you can definitely feel like a sweat, almost like a wetness where it strikes out at you. You are sweating blood. It's like pushing this to the front of your skin. You've already failed your wisdom saving throw, so you can't get even more poisoned. It already does its thing. This one up here walks up to you, asks you about your evening. It gets a majestic 21 to hit.
Yep.
You take a mighty 5 points of piercing damage.
Colt, how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm alright,
doing
baby.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
not keeping track of people's damages or anything, so yell at me because I'll let you go down and I'll heal you at that point, because that's
I'm
how
dying.
I heal. But if you want it sooner, you better scream for it.
So Morgan, one of them, saunters up to you. It kind of like lets out this kind of gasping retch towards you and reaches to slice at you. Swings to hit.
Can I wink at it while it does that?
Yeah. That is, again, this is why we roll in front of people. That is another natural 20. So it will crit Morgan for, for 10 points of damage.
I'm fucking dead.
He is unconscious.
Right. I'll fix you in a second.
You hear a slumping sound. And Morgan kind of, you're like, all right, someone call out when you're unconscious. Morgan. Why?
Use the lamp now.
We're gonna use the lamp.
As Morgan falls to the ground, the lamp rolls out of her bed.
Towards
Diamond in the rough.
The diamond in the rough. So that is the bad dude's turn. Chunkini's turn. Chunkini has no one to tell it what to do. Chunkini takes the dodge action. I'm pretty sure that's how Find Familiar works. Because you have to be able to tell it what to do, right?
Somebody just tell him to roll.
Do a barrel roll.
They'll generally just do whatever's best to keep themselves safe for their master.
Oh, okay.
But
well,
they can't attack or anything, so it's
easy enough then. So on a, we'll say here, how did you feed Chunkini recently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it remembers that meal, and it's like, F it, I'll try. And it does whatever you would tell it to do this turn. It remembers Meow Mix.
I gave him some jerky, so now he's got to roll out for it.
Okay, he's going to do the rollout. Rolls through, attempts to hit this creature. Creature makes a strength save, DC 9. It fails the save. And claps to the ground. You see this large ball and tuft of fur roll through and tear up and ends its movement next to Colt. And Colt, it kind of like and like lands at the side of your boot, and you hear it.
Get out of here, cat! I'm trying to fight.
Chunkini will loose a hairball on the front of Colt's boots.
Oh, damn it!
But it has knocked this creature prone with its girth.
Ew.
Yeah, we're gonna make this just a terrible stream. We're going for it.
Anyone who's the best episode so far.
If this is your first time watching Second Wake, we're sorry. So that is Chunkini's move. The big scary thing. Yeah, it's gonna walk. Actually, no. How smart is it? I think it's pretty smart. It's 14 intelligence. That's not bad. All right, so it will crawl over, crawl down. I want to get at the big scary. Do I have movement for that? No, I don't. All right, we're just going to attack the big scary guy. I hate dogpiling, but I don't have movement to get to freaking Bucky. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I do. I'll do that. I'll move across to here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't have movement. We'll find them. Screw you, Colt. Good luck. Rotten hell. You live today, satyr boy.
Let's celebrate, Bucky. We need that body to keep us alive.
That's true.
So it moves up to Colt. Colt, you see this woman kind of tear down the side of the building. You can hear this thunk, 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 as her long, black, rotting nails tear into the wood that makes up the kind of edge of this the shoot house. It crawls down, and you see it turn and kind of unnaturally twist its head in your direction, and then flick this long, kind of coarse-looking tongue to the roof of its mouth and lodge a bit of bile and spittle towards you. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
The Rona!
Social distance!
Wear a mask, you ugly piece of crap. That's a 12, but I'm going to use Saving Phase in case I failed.
Saving Phase?
Well, it says if I fail an ability check, saving throw, whatever. So do I have to confirm with you that I failed at a 12?
A 12 will fail a saving throw.
Then I'm using Saving Phase. And
okay.
I do
you get a plus for what?
For every ally. One for every ally.
So you have Vel. You have Morgan, you have Bucky, you have Aja, you have Chunkini. That's 5 allies.
Does Chunkini count as 2?
Actually, does someone count while they're down, I guess is the question.
Is it allies or content?
Once per short rest, if you miss it with an attack or with an attack or fail an ability check, saving throw, you can use a bonus equal to the number of allies you can see within 30 feet.
Oh.
Max plus 5.
Then you can see her. She's unconscious, but you can definitely see her. You see her. You manage to move off to the side, much like... so it's plus 5, so your total's a 17 then?
Yep.
Okay. So you definitely dodge this, whereas Morgan kind of just barely managed to dodge it. Hint, hint. Barely managed at a 15. Hint, hint. A 17 very easily clears it. You arc your neck, and you see this spittle kind of fly by you, and you can hear it hit onto the cold earth behind your head, and you can hear it sizzle onto the ground as this acidic bile lodges itself into the earth. In a fit of rage... Oh, I got to roll for this. Let's see if it gets its thing back. It does not get its thing back. In a fit of rage, it raises 2 of its long, spider-like limbs and unnaturally twists and slashes at you with its claws. So, claw number 1. I'm going to melt these dice. I can't melt digital dice. Colt, I'm very sorry. I blame America mostly. Colt, you are taking it to the face for 16 points of damage.
Ow.
Yes.
Ouchie.
That's the 3rd crit on Colt tonight.
That is 3 natural 20s from your DM tonight. I
You can run it
apologize.
with 4 people. It's fine.
You can run it with 4 people? Technically, you guys have the advantage.
Guys,
Yeah, we have a lamp.
Because we have 2 people who are going to survive tonight anyway, so when we all make our
I'm
new
not taking
characters,
that.
we
I'm
can
not taking
all
that.
be Southerners.
I'm
That is-
re-rolling that. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking it. I'm not doing it.
Ha!
That's
What? You don't hide your dice rolls, though.
I know. I'm not taking it, though. That's
Nah, man.
something.
Do what you gotta do, dog. Do
sure?
what you gotta do, dog. Do what you gotta do, man.
You taking a dirt nap with me?
We're all going to be Southerners soon. It's cool.
Everyone's
I'm
Southerners.
into it.
Does a... Yeah, you know what? I don't have my dice rolls. Screw it. Good luck, Colt. I miss you. You were a valiant friend.
Dirt nap. Dirt nap.
Comes across for another 15 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
2 crits, one after another, because this... Welcome to episode 8. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 8. I'm your DM. This is why we... This is... Oh, wait, hold on. This is why people use DM screens. This right here. I'm sorry. Sorry, America. You see Colt get slashed across the body and clatters to the ground. That is its turn. Start of Aja's turn. Roll a d4.
2.
2. Okay. See these little creatures. Boop. There you go. Aja, who we picking? Big Bad?
Bucky, are you still going for the big thing? I'm going to be trying to get people back up on my turn.
Yep, I can do that.
If you want someone else, just let me know. I shall. What? Wait.
Well, I may cast Shatter, so I may not need. Does that give me any help on a?
It's only if
save
you're doing an attack roll.
Yeah.
So I'll do it. I'll do it to the big one anyways, just in case.
Okay.
So help action on the big one, and then I shall fly back away.
Okay. Is that where she wants to be?
Move her back 10 feet further. She's got like a fly speed of 60, so she can get pretty much anywhere she needs to be.
Into the village. Bucky, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my spell slot for now and just Eldritch Blast the big bad.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Problems. Because like another turn may or may not come.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I will take your advice. Let's
That's the wizard. That
shatter it up.
Okay. What shatter?
It's a 10-foot radius, so I need to center it so it doesn't hit Colt.
Let's see here. 10-foot radius. So.
I believe so.
Let's
1 sec.
Put it below the A. Centered there.
10 foot.
Does it put a point
10.
or does it put a square?
1 sec. I'll read it out for you. 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point.
10-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So you want it to be like here. Actually, if you were
you move it over to and 1 over. And that would hit the 3 of them.
The 3 of them. Alternatively, you could go here,
all of the little guys.
And you'd kill all of the little guys if it goes through.
But you'd hit Colt.
Oh.
So that's the question. If you want to hit everyone, you could, but you'd hit Colt. Mm-hmm. And I'll be going before they will, so he could take 1 death save.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe, yeah, that's true.
That's up to you, man.
Bucky, it's your call.
That's the Warlock's call.
Listen, no hard feelings. Do what you got to do, whatever you think.
All right. Yep. Let's try to hit all of them. Let's go for a big old boom.
Okay. What kind of saving throw is it?
It is a con save.
Okay. Cool. So you only fail Strength and Dex when you're asleep. I don't think you automatically fail con. So Colt, you can make it, but it doesn't matter. You'll take at least 1 point of damage, so you do fail 1 death saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, Bucky, and then I'll roll saves.
Uh, 19 damage, and the save is a 14.
Okay. 19 damage. So on a successful save, Chunkini balls up, but is engulfed in this horrible shatter, and you've murdered Chunkini. I want everyone to know that you've murdered Chunkini. It's all your fault.
I'll pay for your regents.
I'll pay for your reagents. But at a successful save, all of these die. Because even at half damage, it still beats what their hit points are total. What was the saving throw? Constitution and how much? 14?
14, yeah.
Okay. I have a 9 on die, and I do not have enough. So how much damage is it total?
19.
19 damage. Okay, so that brings me to 20, 30. Got it. Okay. Takes it. You see this kind of like earth-shattering kind of cord rings out in the area. You hear this ding, break. The creatures kind of turn at the last second, and as the air around them becomes heavy as thunder, it's thunder damage, right? I think so. Crackles to life.
Yeah.
It washes over them and banishes them. You see their spirits land on the ground and shake, and as the creature hisses, you can see one of its lower arms kind of falls to the ground and kind of crackles in a black emberous fire before these recently departed return to her. And slowly you can see this sickening kind of retching growth return where the arm once was kind of torn through and seem to rejuvenate her slightly. Is that your go, Bucky?
That's pretty much everything I can do.
Okay. Morgan, death saving throw, please. What'd you get?
A 5.
5. That is one step closer to Dead Town. Dun, 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 dun. Colt, also the bad touch.
All right.
A panic sets over the town.
That's a 1.
It's a 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Colt. Oh, Colt. You have the best artwork. Oof.
You can run it with 4 people, he says.
You definitely can run it with 4 people, I say. Colt, you take a small kind of twitch.
Every chance it had to happen.
Yep.
It all just had to line up, because that's your day today.
Awful.
You should have said no.
Death save. No.
No. I refuse to take a death save. So you watch Vel from right next to you. This small kind of like twitch from Colt, and then as he kind of goes, and you hear this kind of gasping for air as his body tries to stabilize himself, and it slowly fills with a bit of a gurgling sound, and then before long you just hear kind of this choking, and then nothing at all.
What about the stories?
I'm gonna go vape.
I miss you.
Uh-huh.
Damn it all.
Vel, your turn.
I step back to be next to Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Step next to
I
Morgan.
will take the wand,
Mhm.
and I will tap 2 charges of it into her.
Okay.
And this still gets my spellcasting modifier?
Yes. Yeah, from the wand. So it's your spellcasting modifier, but each charge is only 1 cast of the spell.
Yeah. It's just weird to not have, like, charisma or wisdom and, like, intelligence healing.
I'm going to use a wand that is magic.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is 16 points.
All right. You recover 16 points. Morgan, you gasp back to life. You are on the ground prone, but you are back in the realm of the living.
And I will then step right up to this thing, because I, with shield, have the best chance to not just get dick slapped all over.
Okay. So you move up.
I need you both to kill this thing, because it's going to kill me.
You please kill this thing, please. Bad dudes are all gone. Chunkini is all gone. Big Bed's go. It turns and looks curiously. It kind of hisses and waves its hand up.
That stands beautiful.
And it kind of goes forward. Again, this long, sickening tongue stretches out, and it flicks to the roof of its mouth. Go and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Crit.
Okay, you definitely move out of the way. You see it hit the wooden fence behind you, and the acid kind of burns into the side of the fencing. It then hisses and takes 2 swings with its claws. So first, no, on the board. There we go.
Now it's my turn to get crit a bunch.
Maybe. So 15 on die is above a 20. Do you need to know the total number or no?
If it's above a 20, my shield doesn't save me, so that one hits me.
Okay, that one hits. for the mightiest of 12 points of damage.
Ow.
And second swing is a natural 1. So it goes wide of you. Gotta check to see for recharge. It will recharge it at the start of its turn, but I didn't hit both attacks. It strikes through. You feel a claw kind of tear through the front of you, and its second attack wildly kind of pool arm noodles over your head. That is its go.
Oh, you're kind of a bitch, aren't you?
She hisses in response. Aja rolls a d4.
1!
1. Ha ha ha. They seem to be thinning out at this point. Aja has already done the help action, but it's the start of its turn, so is it just going to re-up the help?
Well, it would go away now at the start of its next turn, so it wouldn't have to do it again. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure it's the same target. Bucky, your go. You see this creature hissing. You see Vel kind of clutching her side and blood kind of draining down the front of her robes. And you see a very, very, very motionless hobgoblin.
Oh, I'm gonna Hexblades curse this thing.
It is cursed.
And
in a hexing way.
And Eldritch Blast.
Pew, pew. You have advantage on the Eldritch Blast from the help action.
Wow.
Yep. Unless a 9 hits, that's gonna be a miss.
Okay. You
2
fire
and a
off
3 at advantage.
I know, right?
2 heavy shots, and both kind of strike into the earth. Not even fate can kind of turn the tide on this one, and it seems like a foregone conclusion. Strikes the ground. Bucky, anything else for your turn?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. Morrigan.
Alright, I feel like I have to use the lamp, because it was like Colt's last words, you know?
Oh, fuck.
I feel like I have to.
You could. Oh, yeah, I mean, that is an option.
It's out of my hands. I'm dead.
Very dead Colt.
What if it's actually a genie and I can bring you back?
I'm bleeding too much to give you advice. Do whatever you're going to do.
I'm gonna laugh if it's something real dumb like a squirrel.
I want this thing to be dead. It's probably just another tabaxi.
It's just a cat. There's a cat inside the lantern the whole time.
Super Saiyan Chunkini.
So I can technically use that as a use item action and still attack, right?
That's if you were a thief.
Yeah, if you're a thief, because thief is a bonus action to do that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't you guys just talking about using an item as your...
You can. It's an item
movement?
interaction, so you can draw an item or a weapon, but you can't use the item. You can only
It's an
have it in your
example of
hand.
like switching out something. Like I take my sword out while I put my bow away or something.
Gotcha.
You know, like it's something that's just kind of to smooth combat out because it's always so much.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, I don't know what to do. All right. Huh?
Said roll
Quiet
for it.
ghost.
Quiet ghost.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about what he said. He's dead.
I didn't say anything, dog. I literally said nothing.
Wait, who whispered?
Who knows?
Okay.
Bucky.
I don't know what you said. I guess just because Vel's there in its face, I don't want her to die. So, am I standing up or am I just still on the ground?
You're on the ground, but you can stand for half your movement if you'd like.
Yeah, why not? I'll take aim at the thing.
Okay, so you stand up. Your bow is up here.
Oh, fuck.
You could charge it and attack, but you can't shoot it and attack.
can I use Mage Hand to grab my bow?
As a bonus action, you cast the spell, and then it can, move 30 feet, right? How does Mage Hand work?
It says you can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door, stow or retrieve an item.
Yeah, I mean, that's retrieving an item, right? You move the hand, you cast it, range 30 feet, and then it moves. And you're allowed to do that as a bonus action because you're a Arcane Trickster?
Well, I've only moved, so I haven't done anything yet.
That's what I'm asking. It's just, if it's an action, you can't use Mage Hand and attack. Normally, Mage Hand is an action.
Yeah.
But do you get to use it as a bonus? That's my only question. It's like Mage Hand, Ledger Main, or whatever. Let's look together. Please hold stream. We'll find out together. Mage Hand, 3rd level. Starting when you cast Mage Hand, you can make the spectral hand move, and you can perform the following things with it. You can use a bonus action granted by your cunning action to control the hand. So, no. You still have to cast Mage Hand, and then as a bonus action, you can manipulate it. Right? Mage Hand, when you cast Mage Hand, you make a spectral hand move, you perform the following actions. You can perform one of the tasks without being noticed by a creature if he's seated in a serious hand. Yeah, so the spell is still an action to cast, but a bonus action for you to use instead of an action for people. You still got a sword. You can still run up, flank it, and go nuts.
Yeah, because I can use disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's rush it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to flank. You have advantage on your attack roll. You roll 2d20, take the higher, and you will have sneak attack.
That's a crit.
That'll work. You double all dice, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our 7th crit of the night. So one more and we hit episode number, and that'll just be fitting. Go ahead and roll, what is that now? 6d6? Right? Because your sneak attack's 2, your short sword's 1, so yeah, 6d6, a mini fireball, plus your dexterity modifiers, how much this thing takes.
So 6d6 plus dexterity modifier?
Yeah.
Quick math.
Quick maths. 1 plus 1 is 2 to quick maths.
28.
28. Yeah, so I was already at 38. Make sure I'm right here. Yeah. So easily enough, you watch in a dash. Morgan rushes up. She technically uses her bonus action to dash because her speed would have been halved, and I totally forgot that for flanking. But she does that because she has her bonus action, because rule of cool. She rushes forward so that we're within compliance. Her short sword pierces into the back of this creature. You see it hiss for a moment, and using all of her strength and kind of feeding into it in emotion, she plunges the short sword up through the spine of the creature, in through, and you can see the kind of small swelling in the uppermost part of its throat as its mouth closes with a sickening hiss and a snap. And you see her short sword tear through this creature, and as it shakes and trembles, it begins to bleed this kind of inking black mass of darkness out of its different pores in its face. You can see both from its eyes, its nose, and ears, this black oozing kind of darkness drips from it. It begins to hiss and cackle. Does anyone here speak Abyssal? No? All right. You hear...
Hold on, I can't remember if I have Abyssal or... No, I have Infernal.
Okay. You hear some type of sickening hissing and kind of crackling gravelly voice erupt out from its body as it shudders and shakes. And holding with shaking hands, the creature falls away into a puddle of dark mist and begins to kind of move southward and far away from this area. In doing so, we'll delete that there. Morgan, you stand shakily with short sword in hand and kind of hand behind it, having pushed this thing all the way through it. And it, as you're kind of staying there, you can see this black ichor clings to the edge of your short sword, and you can hear a thud as you can see this strange looking black gemstone sitting on the ground where the creature once stood. and it is smoking. There's smoke kind of pouring off of this thing. That is your turn, Morgan. Cole, nope, Vel's turn. F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Whatever the reverse of poggers is, that's what this is.
Right. And you all are a bunch of assholes. I'll just chill touch towards the new guy there.
Okay, you fire off a chill touch.
Crit.
We have hit 8 crits. We have met our episode goal of crits. Between natural 1s and natural 20s, we've gotten 8 of them tonight. What are these dice?
7 points necrotic.
7 points. You see this kind of reach up and tilt around the small creature of darkness. It rips and rends the front of its throat open. It twitches and sinks down. And you see for a moment the kind of shifting shadow where it was kind of like slowly pulls towards where Morgan is standing atop of. And then it slowly begins to slink back and escapes further southward. Is that your turn?
I will step back to center. So just
Okay.
just 5 foot to the left there. Down 1.
There or
Yeah,
like
sure.
here?
Yeah, there.
Got it.
There. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
I
you move there.
Stare out into the darkness, waiting for more bullshit.
You stare out into the darkness and you can see these kind of collection of eyes that seem to stare back at you for just a moment. It is the start of their turn. You see these creatures from the kind of edge of the forest line that heads to the south, the kind of underbrush that surrounds the city. They kind of twist and hiss, and you can hear these kind of chorus of very quiet whispers echo out from the area. And then slowly you can hear this kind of almost collective decision being made, and you can see them kind of slowly begin to form, and you can see the eyes grow wider, and you begin to hear a small shifting and movement from the brush itself. Something seems to be going on at this point. Dead. Aja's turn. Aja does not have to roll a d4.
She'll move up to 2 spaces behind me and take the dodge action.
Okay. Bucky, what do you want to do?
How far away are these eyes?
At this point, they're roughly about 60 to 80 feet off. You're seeing them intermittently in the underbrush and like kind of forest line that expands from the city. Or the village.
Do they seem to be coming towards us, or are they retreating, or?
Throughout the chaos of this battle, you've only seen them kind of approach recklessly and rush from the underbrush forward and like ready to attack. And this is the first time you're seeing or actually noticing that as you're kind of catching your breath, you're kind of looking around and really grasping your bearings, that these creatures are like almost hesitant in a way. Something seems to have either struck a chord with them or their morale. You seem to recall when you bested them previously at the campsite, whenever they kind of formed together and were dispersed, like their energy was disrupted in a manner, they kind of retreated back to effectively whence they came. You're getting a similar feeling here. Many of them kind of formed in to this creature, this 6-armed woman, and now with its kind of destruction and dispersal, they seem to be a little bit more hesitant to commit more of this energy to this conflict at this time.
All right, I'm gonna hold my action, and if anything comes within 50 feet, I'll blast it.
Okay, you hold a crackling bolt of energy in your hand. Morgan, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll just... Can I try to touch the gem that is there?
Yeah, you kind of reach your hand forward towards it, and you can still see smoke kind of pooling off of the sides of it, as if some type of unnatural heat is emanating from it. As you reach for it, are you going to pick it up or just touch it?
Just kind of touch it.
Okay. You reach forward and touch it, and you can feel the front kind of guard of your gloves, your leather gloves, begin to burn ever so slightly. There seems to be some type of mucus that exists on the outer layer of this black gemstone. And you can hear the kind of sizzling, burning sound as it corrodes through the leather of your gloves.
Cool. That's it. That's all I want to do.
All right, no worries.
Let's hang out.
All right. And Vel.
I will go over to the lamp that Chunkini knocked over and put it back in place.
Okay. You heft over.
Is it still burning?
Oh yeah, it's still burning. These are effectively a wooden stick that has been wrapped in a leather or like an oil-soaked rope, and the rope is like crackling and burning, so they'll burn for several hours.
Okay, and then I'll step back to where I was.
Okay, you step back to where you're at. All right.
Morgan, do you want the last charge of this, or I could use it on myself, or we could save it for more bullshit?
I don't think I need it. I think I'll be okay.
I'm gonna try and hold on to it then. Hopefully that's not a mistake.
Time passes. You guys kind of hold your breath. You watch, and you can see every so often as the seconds tick by, you can see these creatures try and kind of presume to grow bolder. One takes a step from the underbrush. Bucky, go ahead and make an attack roll.
It's probably going to be a miss. 8.
As it steps out, it kind of like hisses and seems to move forward into the torchlight, and you fire off this eldritch blast right near the front of its kind of like where its feet are at. And for the first time, you kind of see this acknowledgement or notice from this creature, seeming to like note that like bad things are coming. And it kind of looks down and moves and slinks back into the underbrush. As it does so, many of them begin to kind of fall away. You start seeing the lights in the brush kind of flitter out of existence. You start to see the leaves kind of twist and turn, and you can hear kind of a chorus of resounding cheers from further south. A round passes, another round passes, rounds fall into minutes, and then finally, over the course of the better part of about 10 minutes or so, it seems as if the creatures have been pushed back into a retreat, and combat is over.
All right. Rest in peace, Colt.
Rest in glory,
Yeah.
King.
We'll miss you, buddy.
He was a good soldier.
I'll miss all of his stories.
All the stories.
I'm not going to lie and say that I'd miss that.
Not going to lie for his sake. I know his spirit is looking over us.
Should we take his body back with us?
Would he have, like, in our service as Weaver's Chosen, do we have, like, standing wills or something?
I mean, it would be whatever.
Would we roughly
Colt...
know what he would want done with his?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so.
If I'm like, maybe I'm wrong, and I'm just adding this, but like as a soldier, like typically you'd have like what you want done, like a note or whatever, kind of just like, I don't know if that would still be a thing for Colt, but I know as like a soldier, typical soldiers would have like something that would be like a note to their mom or whatever, or some kind of note on them. I don't have that prepared because I was not expecting to die. So if you want a note, it's going to take me a week.
It's easily done. So yeah, you would know that yes, Colt on the inside of his armor has a like kind of a missive that is kind of weaved into the chainmail on the back end side of his body. So by removing his chainmail, you'll find a kind of folded and weaved letter that is like stuck in there, kind of like a if found, rip. That
It's
kind of
a
thing.
big letter too. It's really big.
It's like
Could
like
you read it
folded
off
in.
for us then?
Yeah, how could you go ahead and just read that for us?
It has all of his stories pinned to.
Oh my god. It's a
Dear
book.
Mom, all my stories.
Dear Mom, every last one of me stories. So, you guys kind of taking the area. As you're kind of sitting there debating on what to do, you can hear different parts of the village kind of crush and move. You can hear wood being kicked over and overturned. You begin hearing kind of people calling out to each other. You hear people calling out and being like, "We've got injured over here! Over there, injured!" And you've got a number of people that are kind of working through and attempting to make their way across the village and kind of collect up whatever might be left at this point.
Joel,
Yeah.
I have one piece of good news for you. You have a whole new book of content to use before next week.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, yeah.
It's up to
I
you guys.
really liked Colt. He was like
I know,
my favorite
buddy, I
character
know.
I've made. He's my
I
favorite
know.
character I've made.
You
Is he
made
the
all
twin
those
brother?
stories too.
Yeah, I wrote them all down. Fuck.
Well, what do you
I
guys
will
wanna
not
do?
read them. I will not read them until
So
the after
3
credits.
crits on you, will get you.
He has a twin brother named Bolt.
Oh my god, Colt Bolt.
It's like
Sounds
in Beer Fest.
exactly the same.
I want you guys to just call me by Colt. It'll be easier. Just refer to me as
Oh
Colt.
my god,
That
get
way
the
it's an
fuck out
easy
of here.
transition.
Somehow has all the same stories.
Colt 2 Electric Boogaloo. Instead of snakes, it's spiders.
Spiders.
Spiders. Like it's the band that's sweeping the nation. Spiders. All right. So, what do you guys want to do? The three of you that are still here.
Let's do Colt's
Can I just go?
body, right?
Puts a bit of a damper in hoping to take this problem head on later today, doesn't it? The warden's going to be heartbroken.
Yeah, I do believe she will be.
In his final breath, Colt says, "No, she won't. Nothing happened."
Well, at least that curse is finally lifted.
The curse came true. Someone check him for hemorrhoids.
I guess we need to make preparations for whatever his wishes were and reconvene with our group guarding the inn, decide where we want to go from here. Maybe see about bolstering our ranks. But maybe this town just isn't worth it and we can just get the problems away from it.
I mean, the sooner we move north, the sooner the target moves.
Well, my hope was that we would be able to take the fight to wherever they're coming from in the forest.
True.
Destroy wherever their source is, but I don't know how viable an option that is. And that's what we need to discuss. And if we choose to do that, we will need Orville and JJ's strength along with us.
It's true.
All right. So do we want to bury Colt or bring him with us, or
What does his missive say?
Horrible chance. You want to put strings on him, walk him around like Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm not high enough level to do that yet.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
More than likely.
And I would need permission too for any of my friends. If they want to be zombies if they die, they need to give me permission. Strangers,
Oh.
I don't give a shit. But these people, I will take. You can say no,
Consent.
and
You're
I
the
won't turn
consent
you into a
necromancer.
monster. But if you want to be a monster,
Mhm.
He'd probably have something to just have a soldier's burial, which I wouldn't know what would be in this world. I don't know if it's by like being burned at the pyre, like a pyre or whatever. Or arrow.
Hobgoblin traditional burial to be yeeted from a catapult.
Yo. Used as ammunition in the next Great War. Just awful things. Awfulness. Yeah, I mean that's up to you guys.
I could have been a dick and said, "Take me to where the 300 snakes are."
Take me to where the 300 snakes are. Welcome to Larry Lizard Snake Farm. Table for 3. But yeah, you guys do look over kind of Colt's lifeless body. His final words seeming to ring out to you, almost echoing in your mind. And yeah, what do you guys want to do? It's up to you guys at this point.
I guess we gather everything here and proceed inward and have arrangements made for him to be handled.
Okay. So who can lift Colt?
Tensa's floating disc.
we push him like an angry cat onto a disc. We float his ass up 3 feet.
The 3 of us can roll him onto it.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
I have gold. I would have probably
Ooh.
willed that to you guys. I don't know if that matters.
Well, they haven't looted you yet, so let's not
I mean,
get into that yet.
As players, my consensus would be to put towards whatever needs to go to your next character from your previous funds of hiring the next person or however we're going to do it. I don't know.
I like that idea.
It's difficult to be like, what do I want to do next? Someone just died. I want to go lay down.
Mhm.
Colt's dead.
Sucks.
It's fine. You can come back
Awesome
more
art.
southern than ever before.
Very-
Hi there, guys!
Oh my god. No. That one I don't
Howdy
show you the
doody.
dice when I roll. I just go, somehow I got a crit again. I don't know.
I'm gonna go a different direction in accent this time.
Sir?
An accent I haven't done in a long time.
Oh no. I refuse.
It won't be annoying. I don't think it will. I just hope it's not offensive.
If you have
I
to
don't
hope
think
that
it
something
is.
isn't offensive, that's the thing. So you
don't
load
know.
up Colt.
Curious.
Where are you guys headed to? What are you doing? What's the stitch?
Do we just head back?
Morgan, what are you doing?
No idea.
No idea. Fair.
I'll go notify the warden about Colt.
Okay.
See how she reacts.
So you guys head off back towards the southern gate. You can
Mhm.
see a number of people are covered in kind of blood and wounds. Many of them are wiping rags across their foreheads and wiping off what looks like sweat. But as you look at it, the rags are covered in crimson. It looks as if many of them kind of tore through or otherwise. Oh, point of order. Are you guys leaving that stone on the ground?
Would it become inert enough to be moved
I mean,
throughout the rest of the night, having
you could
seen it there?
roll it up into Colt. I don't think he minds if he gets a little singed.
But it literally doesn't stop.
It's not like
burning.
It's not like coming out. It's just wrapped in mucus. It was inside of this creature. So like if you
could I
kick dirt
clean
up
it
onto
off with prestidigitation?
Yeah. And so I was wondering if anyone would take it. Yeah.
I
clean it.
There's so much happened.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, so I'll clean it up if I can, and I'll wrap it in something and take it.
Yeah, easily enough. After you've cleaned it off, you see the mucus kind of peel from the top of it and become clean. You see this blackened bit of almost pitch black jewel that sits in your hand, but it has a pattern to it, almost like a swirl within it that doesn't seem to be of the natural order of things. You do note in the very center of this black stone, a heavy set crack runs the length of it, seemingly broken or otherwise partially shattered, I should say.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, Rhythm! Please hold.
Rhythm mourns.
Rhythm mourns. It's bad. It's not good. It's not good.
And I didn't actually think somebody would die tonight when I said someone would die tonight.
You know,
just calling that out there.
Hey,
me neither, dog.
You all know that I was the one person who said, let's wait for them. And it's because death comes.
It really does. Like,
to be fair, I'm the one that.
Like, even though I know that the balancing was good, but it's chance. It's like Avery, fate knows. Like, oh, there's less of you. I better make the dice kill you.
At a certain point, I don't think you can plan for 5 crits in a row both ways.
You can't.
Right?
You can't.
You can't plan for rolling a 1 after you take the one acceptable death fail. Like, you're like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
It's okay. There's a 5% chance this could go wrong.
And it does. So you collect up the stone. You collect up Colt. Colt floats haplessly behind him, or behind the group. You come to the south. You see people clean themselves up, moving from that. You can see Warden Casca is standing on the ground for once. She kind of looks over the area, and you can see beside her a horse that has been slumped over. It looks as if the horse has suffered grievous wounds, and she kind of moves up and kind of stands and looks over in your approach. She spits out a bit of like heavy phlegmed blood that is kind of like pooling in her mouth, and she kind of moves forward and she looks in your direction, and she goes, Is the idiot securing the east? She looks at the 3 of you.
I mean, if I'm there, he's on the platform right behind me.
Yeah, but again, the platform's like 5 foot off the ground. She's looking at 3 standing people.
I guess it would be floating. But yeah, I guess it's 10 foot behind me. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, so she
3 feet off the ground. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a low lift.
Yeah.
So she kind of looks over and goes, "Where's Honeycat?"
Right here.
And she kind of looks around, and walks by and sees, and like kind of, it's not so much like a run as much as it is like she almost shunts you off your feet. She like kind of like seems a bit overcome with, you're not quite sure if it's an emotion or just like a fit of rage, and she kind of moves forward and like pushes you out of the way and looks over this like floating disc, and she kind of like grunts, and you see this kind of like this undertusk kind of twist in the front of her lip, almost as she chews the fat of the bottom of her lip. She goes, "You bastard. What got him?"
An incredibly ferocious amalgamation of these creatures.
You guys are supposed to be stronger than this. Better than this. Better than us. You got some way to bring him back. Go ahead and do it. You have magic. I've seen it done.
It's not that simple, and it's more powerful than what we have. You have to understand, it wasn't that much long ago that we were little more than fancy grocery clerks for Our Lady. It's hard to be a hero.
You see the warden kind of grumble and look you all over and like kind of give like a, not so much like a defeated sigh, but like a small, almost guttural growl to it. She's like, bastard, you weren't supposed to. How is the East Gate?
We held it.
Thank the Weavers for that, at least. What are you going to do with him?
I believe he has a missive or the instructions of what is to be done with his remains.
See that it's followed. He deserves that much. I've got to clean up around here. Do what you will. And she kind of storms off, and you hear like very heavy, not so much walking, but stomping away.
Well, I guess we should head back to the tavern.
Yes, read his will. Handle his body.
All right. So you guys head from the south gate through the middle of town. You see along the south, not so much like wreckage, but definitely enough things where the creatures were knocking over small impromptu like barricades, things like hay bales that were set up. You can see a number of people have not like any superficial wounds. You know that the way that these creatures attacked kind of pulled at the spirit of you, and more or less your actual constitution and like inner body, and caused a number of abnormalities within your physical form. So many of the people aren't like missing limbs or in any type of discomfort in that sense, but there definitely is a wave of exhaustion that kind of looks over the majority of the townsfolk and the hunters and rangers that volunteered to help hold the village. A few people do look kind of very much drained, but they seem to be attended to as you get further into the middle of the village. You can see a number of people laying on kind of spare bedding and blankets, and many of them are unconscious, while some of the more seasoned hunters and rangers attend to them with a number of kind of herbal medicines and kind of just general triage that exists within the village. As you kind of walk through, you see the face of a wood elf woman kind of look out in your direction, and you hear, "Now you all there, you got a sick one among you? We have some extra we could spare."
Just the injured and the dead.
And they kind of look over, and like there's a small realization as they see the kind of like lifeless body that's trailing behind you. It was, we're sorry for your loss and thankful for all that you've done for us. It's
yes.
The woman kind of turns over and she goes, it's not much, but well, here. And she walks up and approaches whoever has like open hands, whoever be leading the group, and has like a small bundle and kind of puts it in, like, not so much forces it, but definitely like pushes it into the person's hands. And it's a small bundle of like herbs and various like healing balms that are in there. It's enough for like one person.
Thank you.
It doesn't do much help now, but maybe make good use of it.
We will.
Right then. And heads back and continues to tend to the other people. Without any further delay, you all return to the inn. You see that the inn itself doesn't show any outward signs of damage, but you do see that from kind of even as far as like the north end of town, there seems to be like kind of like spottings of this kind of sweat that is like splattered onto the ground outside. You see the doors open, and Orville and JJ welcome you all back. You can see that the pair of them have some very superficial kind of stains on their clothes where like blood would have pooled to the surface. You hear Orville kind of look at you all over and goes, well, I can't do a good Orville. Good to see you guys back. Gosh, there was all kinds of nonsense and crazy stuff all that came through here. How was it out there? And you see like immediately JJ with her perception kind of picks up and like stares at Colt and like goes very, very silent.
Since it's almost 10, do we actually just want to save this until they're actually back?
Sure, yeah. If there's nothing else you guys want to do or try,
I think
before next week.
Like, I don't know about anyone else, but my intention is just to like, and you need to, I guess, tell us what your actual missive is, the basis of it, so you can have some time to think about that. And you know,
I mean, just to keep it short and simple, just like a soldier's burial, whatever that may be in this world, if you want me to decide that, or if you wanted to decide that, Josh. I mean, or Kareem, what? Sorry.
That's all right.
God.
No, I've been outed.
God.
The thing I advertise on every social media account. How dare me?
But yeah, I mean, I'd imagine it's probably like a burning pyre or something, like for a soldier. Kind of like old Roman soldier.
One last flame for the warden.
One last. Just burn a fire in the middle of the freaking town.
Of course he wanted to be buried this way. Of course he did.
Burned alive. All right, then.
That's. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if you want to,
if we can handle that, and then decide amongst ourselves how we want to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to try and recruit someone, so we don't have him missing a bunch of weeks. I don't know what you guys want to do. I guess we have to discuss that as players, and you and him.
Yeah. No, we can definitely discuss it. And that's kind of like the decision too, is if you're going with that, or if you're like going to bring him all the way back to the city, or what have you. So it's kind of like your not so much discretion but choice. Is like if you want to bury him here.
I mean, if he doesn't specify where it would want to be done, then I would just do it here.
Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't specify. He wouldn't have cared that much. He was a traveling soldier. He would have just wanted to be, given a soldier's funeral, what have you, something simple and sweet. That's it. I won't write anything. I mean, for the missive, I mean, it's not necessary. I can, but it's not necessary, so we can move on. We don't need to like drag it into several episodes of we're carrying this dead body of Joel's.
Hey,
4 episodes.
If I was a few more levels, we wouldn't be carrying no dead bodies. They'll be carrying stuff for us.
I'm not playing my character as a dead body.
It's me, your friend, Zombie Colt, from the other side. Welcome.
Hey guys, it's totally me.
Well, I just need to be way higher, and then I can make you into a ghoul, and you can actually be yourself again.
Oh man, he would hate that. To be just like Fortune.
Fortune? Hey, so you're saying there's a chance.
Hey buddy. Oh, you want me now? Shut the fuck up, alright? Don't talk to me, Fortune. Don't talk to me.
One of us, man. One of us. Again, that is a very on the nose theory, but Fortune technically knows how that works.
I guess while this is happening, I'm gonna leave the inn
Okay.
And go do some shit.
Go do some shits, he says. Okay. Sure. Do you want to do that now?
No.
No? Okay.
I'll do that in the in-game chat thing.
No. Screw it. We'll do it now. We'll do it now.
Doing it live.
Why not? I think I know it. All right, where are you? Are you headed to your contact in the city? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to do. All right, so we'll do this before we wrap up the stream. This will be a thing to end on, I guess. So as the rest of you are kind of treating yourselves, ordering a round of drinks, deciding what to do, and reading Colt's missive for what will become of his body and what will happen. Morgan slips away from the group and heads out to the kind of far northwestern edge of Grim Village. She heads through the darkened city, walks by several people that are rebuilding, several people that are working on a number of things as far as for getting reset up, hay bales, different types of stacks across the city, and comes to a rather ordinary looking shop. Not so much a shop, but a home even. A very generic looking wooden building with a very peculiar kind of like angular line that runs a pattern across the doormat that exists in front of it. This is a symbol Morgan has come to know for quite a number of years. She made her way around the area. It is a telltale sign of a certain type of individual. As you approach the building, what do you want to do?
I guess I'll just... It's not necessarily a shop, is it?
No, it's literally a home.
I'll just knock then.
Okay. You knock, and with your kind of like rapping of your knuckles, you knock, tap, 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 tap. And you kind of hear this slow kind of, not so much like a latch, but definitely the rusted sounds of metal clink together. And in what would appear to just be like a knot in the wood of the door, kind of peels back, and a singular kind of dark brown eye pokes through and looks you up and down. And you hear kind of a, now just a minute. All right. And you hear a click back into place. The door opens up with a chain, and you see the face of a familiar individual in town. That of Eli Jansen, a contact that you know here in Grim Village. He looks you up and down and adjusts his small kind of jeweler's loop over his eye, and he goes, well, I hadn't expected to see you in quite some time, young lady.
I know, Eli. I just need your help.
You need my help. You're not here to collect on anything or keeping your nose clean, I hope?
As clean as I can.
Well, I suppose that'll have to do. Just a minute, let me get the door. He closes it. You hear the clinking of chain come off of it. Opens it back in. He goes, come on in. I don't have no tea or no coffee, but come on back into the workshop. And he kind of like waves his hand, and you can see Morgan as you enter into his home. The door closing behind you. You can see a number of small faces, kind of like right by the banister of the stairs that lead to like the attic of his small home. A number of like small kids kind of scurry upstairs. He's like, run along now, kids. We'll just be in the workshop. And you kind of hear them like not trying to hear them, but like kind of agree among themselves and head off. Eli opens up the door to his workshop, and you see a long metal-topped bench with a number of small metallic objects that are all half assembled, half rebuilt. A number of things kind of whir and click together. As he walks into the center of the room, he touches this kind of glass orb that seems to be hanging by a collection of ropes, and in doing so, light erupts out and illuminates the room in a cavalcade of kind of rainbow-esque colors. It slowly solidifies and turns into a very soft, luminous light. And as you kind of enter behind him, he instructs you to close the door to his workshop. And then he turns over and he goes, "All right now, so what brings you in?"
Just gonna get straight to the point. I just want to know if you can tell me anything about this. And I'm gonna pull out the lamp.
You pull out the lamp. He looks it over and he goes, "Well, it's a lamp, but I'm sure that's not all there is to it, knowing you. Who'd you,
Not quite.
Well, I know better than to ask who you got it from.
It's not stolen.
It's not stolen. So you're not trying to sell it?"
Nope.
Curious. All right, well, let me see. I've done a number of dealings in antiques, especially recently. A number of folks needed a bit of collateral. Let's see here. What do we have? And he takes the lamp in his hand and looks it over, kind of cranes his head. He goes, He digs into his workbench and pulls out a large magnifying glass with a crystal lens, and he kind of waves it over the side of the lamp, and he kind of goes through and just very closely over the course of several minutes examines this lamp. He goes, "Well, I'm not sure what you have as far as for where you got it or what you well, might have here, but it seems to be some type of, well, antique, to say the least, that would house or otherwise trap a spirit. Now, I'm no speaker of the dead or anything of that sort, nor do I proclaim to be, but in my experience, if you're trapping something in something, it's either worth doing it or it's for your own safety."
Okay.
What else
Is there
would you need to
anyone
know?
that you would know that could tell me specifically what's in there
What's in there?
without taking it out?
That's well, that would be the person who put it in there, most likely, or anyone who can commune with spirits. From the looks of it, and from what I can see here, the designs do indicate that it should house something, and just from my review, looking it over, it looks as if whatever's in it has not come out. He taps the top of the lantern and goes, "See here? All the patina that runs along the metal? That's a seal that's been there for quite some time. So whatever might be in there has been in there a long time, if at all."
That's what I assumed. Okay. Seems to be all that I needed to know.
All right. Well, certainly if I could be any more help to you or anything you might be doing in town, you drop by, let me know if you come across anything particular. If you are looking for work, there's a number of interested developments, to say the least, that are coming to Grim Village that are, well, opportunities for a young lady like yourself to perhaps make a bit of extra coin. I've heard some rumors that you've gone straight, but old friendships are definitely hard to overlook.
It's definitely true.
Very much so.
I will let you know as
See
soon
that
as
you
I
do.
can.
I'll look forward to it. You be safe, Morgan.
You as well, Eli. Thanks for your help.
Of course. Well, let me see you out. He hands you the lamp back to you. He doesn't have so much like a fear of it as he does just like knowing it's probably very valuable. So he hands it back to you. He heads for the door, sees you out to there, and as you're kind of like standing in the doorway, he says, "Now you have yourself a great night," and he looks you like directly in the face. Goes, "From an old friend to another. Well, you're here in Grim Village at least. No matter what you might be doing with this object you came into possession of, do yourself a favor. Stay within the village. I wouldn't be heading out to the farmlands anytime soon.
What do you know about the farmlands?
I don't. But from one friend to another, I just wouldn't risk your safety in that sense. A number of bad things been happening in town. And a good girl like you shouldn't get all wrapped up in that.
I will take your advice and think about it, Eli. I appreciate it.
That. And same to you. Have yourself a good night. He closes the door, and you're left kind of standing at his patio.
Okay.
Right.
So let's head back to the inn.
You head back to the inn, and easily enough, no delay. Morgan returns about like half an hour later. As you guys are getting settled in, you've found a place to kind of lay Colt down and kind of comfortably. And there we go. Anything else you guys want to do?
Yeah, Bucky will get a drink from the bar.
All right. Bucky starts in on the tab at the bar. So yeah, that's all then. That'll be where we're gonna be at. Everyone good? Yeah. Sorry, Cole.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Great.
All right.
Doing awesome.
All right. Well, that'll be the end of episode 8 then. If that's all you guys want to do. And we'll pick up next week. We'll find out the fate of what has transpired in the village. And we will be back next week. Same time, same place. And we'll look forward to something new happening. We'll find out. Thanks, guys, for joining us and sticking with us. A little bit of a belter for the episode. So we'll certainly see what happens. The joy of not using a DM screen. That's what it is. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good night. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.